shawty, we riding out. We caught a spark and we vibing now. Last time the stars ain't aligned. I told her this time let's try it out. I said, a girl, what you crying about? We in the coupe and we hiding out. There's plenty people that wish I'm dead. This one's for them, bro, I'm wildin' out. I took too much shit. Stepped up, dog, and I flipped that bird. Cause I'm mailman, I knew that shit. Never got too much drip. Never got too many hits. Took a little trip, then I came right back. Cause I'm dope and I blew right quick. Shorty that we ride tonight. I might go and catch a vibe one time. Ooh, I saw those flashing lights. Need room, then we going out of space. The moon. I saw shorty that we ride tonight. I might go and catch a vibe one time. Ooh, I saw those flashing lights. Need room, then we going out of space. The moon. I saw shorty that we ride tonight. I might go and catch a vibe one time. Ooh, I saw those flashing lights. Need room, then we going out of space. The moon. I saw shorty that we ride tonight. I might go and catch a vibe one time. Ooh, I saw those flashing lights. Need room, then we going out of space. The moon. I told her shawty we riding out. We caught a spark and we vibing now. Last time the stars ain't aligned. I told her this time let's try it out. I said, a girl, what you crying about? We in the coupe and we hiding out. There's plenty people that wish I'm dead. This one's for them, bro, I'm wildin' out. I took too much shit. Stepped up, dog, and I flipped that bird. Cause I'm mailman, I knew that shit. Never got too much drip. Never got too many hits. Took a little trip, then I came right back. Cause I'm dope and I blew right quick. Shorty that we ride tonight. I might go and catch a vibe one time. Ooh, I saw those flashing lights. Need room, then we going out of space. The moon. I saw shorty that we ride tonight. I might go and catch a vibe one time. Ooh, I saw those flashing lights. Need room, then we going out of space. The moon. I saw shorty that we ride tonight. I might go and catch a vibe one time. Ooh, I saw those flashing lights. Need room, then we going out of space. The moon. I saw shorty that we ride tonight. I might go and catch a vibe one time. Ooh, I saw those flashing lights. Need room, then we going out of space. The moon. I told her shawty we riding out. We caught a spark and we vibing now. Last time the stars ain't aligned. I told her this time let's try it out. I said, a girl, what you crying about? We in the coop and we hiding out. There's plenty people that wish I'm dead. This one's for them, bro, I'm wildin' out. I took too much shit. Stepped up, dog, and I flipped that bird. Cause I'm mailman, I knew that shit. Never got too much drip. Never got too many hits. Took a little trip, then I came right back. Cause I'm dope and I blew right quick. Shorty that we ride tonight. I might go and catch a vibe one time. Ooh, I saw those flashing lights. Need room, then we going out of space. The moon. I saw shorty that we ride tonight. I might go and catch a vibe one time. Ooh, I saw those flashing lights. Need room, then we going out of space. The moon. I saw shorty that we ride tonight. I might go and catch a vibe one time. Ooh, I saw those flashing lights. Need room, then we going out of space. The moon. I saw shorty that we ride tonight. I might go and catch a vibe one time. Ooh, I saw those flashing lights. Need room, then we going out of space. The moon. I told her shawty we riding out. We caught a spark and we vibe.
Oh, I cut it at work. It's cool. I'm fine, buddy.
Yo, what's good, everybody? What up, Jordan? What up? What up? What's good?
Yeah, he was in and he's out now.
That's all right, man. What's up, everybody? We back with another Sold Out podcast, another Sold Out live on this Wednesday, man. Y'all smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if y'all haven't done so already, man. If you like sneaker content, you are in the right place, man. My name is Jeremy Jones, and I'm gonna go ahead and let my homie go ahead and introduce himself.
Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? It's me, Dunks. You guys know me, a fan favorite. What can I say? Man, Kanye, man, he's got a lot going on right now, man. Man, I don't know if he can dig himself out of this hole. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. Y'all see the title, man. Y'all see the live title, man. Basically, if you haven't been living under a rock, you already know what's up, what's going on with Kanye, man. I mean, honestly, every day I wake up and before I go to bed, there's something like Kanye. I'm to the point now, pretty much all the major brands have already dropped them, right? Salute to Manny with the kicks. He hit me with the information in the DMs on my Instagram. I know I still got an unread message from you, Manny. I owe you an unread message. I just got to get caught up. In fact, the whole chat, everybody that's been coming on my videos, y'all know I'm gonna get caught up. I just been super duper busy at work. They won't let the kid breathe, but I'm finally breathing. Anyway, man, but most importantly, man, is it official? Has Ye lost it all? You know what I'm saying? And let's clarify this, right? One thing that I'm sick and tired of seeing is the fact that, okay, cool, he don't lost the Billy status, right? Which, again, I already said that I wasn't surprised about this, right? And I was telling Dunks this 100 times. I was like, look, that man don't have $1 billion physically in cash. He's never had.
He never had $1 billion to begin with.
Yeah, he never had that physically in cash. All his businesses deals, that's what they all equate to, right? Okay.
And so now does that with this Adidas separation, that brings his actual net worth down, not his physical cash worth.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't know what he has physical cash worth. Like, even Ye himself was saying that their estimate of saying what he's worth, he's saying that they're wrong. It's just the stuff that they can physically see, that they can see the deals that have been put out there publicly. But I'm
Mhm.
almost positive Ye's been. Let's keep it 100. Ye's been in the music industry, and just a celebrity status for quite some. We grew up on Ye, and we're full
Yeah.
grown adults.
But
You know what
what's
I'm saying?
crazy is that he hasn't even been in the game 20 years yet, and he's already accomplished so much and made so many waves. And there's people who've been in the game. Let's just say, let's give a good example. Let's say 22 years, and we can use that Lil Wayne as an example for that, because he's been in the game for well over 20 years. Uh, Lil Wayne has done a lot. He's done a lot of accomplishments. But if you compare his accomplishments to what Ye's done already,
Different ball
you
game.
know, different
Different
ball
ball
game.
game. Different ball game.
I mean, Wayne may have him in the rap, in the music, and in the album and all that category. He may have him by far.
Debatable.
But
Debatable.
when it comes to like
Debatable.
the creativity and just the effect that you have on people, Ye, I think honestly, I can say Ye has that hands down across the board.
Yeah. Debatable as far as like the Little Wayne situation, but
I mean, like obviously Wayne has more music out than him. That's what I'm trying to compare it to. If you want
I
to,
mean, quality over quantity is what I'm looking at.
well,
Wayne
quality over quantity,
quantity,
yeah,
quantity. Wayne wins, right? Okay. Um, and I get what you're trying to compare it to, but if you look at overall, like Ye just didn't stick to it never was just about music. He always been fully across the board, you
yeah.
know. And let's just give Ye his flowers before we dissect this whole situation, right? And my thing is this: Ye's nowhere near like, and it's another thing. You sent me this morning, and I saw it floating around as well. But one of the things that's low key was bothering me is the fact that people saw where it's been reportedly out there, like, okay, he's not in the billion status. He's only, and it's a thing, right? This is the word that's killing me that they're using. Only. In fact, Manny sent me this in DM as well. They're saying only worth 400 million. Like that's not a lot of money.
Man, like that,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
man. I
what's
I
the
don't know.
average? What's the average net worth of a person that's just living above average?
I
You know what I'm
mean,
saying? Like,
probably about average person, probably about 45,000,
but
fifty thousand.
to play devil's advocate, they do this about every way, everybody. Even when Tyson was losing all his money, it was like, okay, yeah, Tyson went from being, I think it was 300 million, which I guess if we're gonna compare the numbers, Tyson's always been broke compared to Ye. Then if that's how
Like,
they're
and
gonna
so
compare it.
so okay, and like you said, that's a good point that you brought up Tyson, because like me and you talked about him off live too. Tyson also had a lot of controversy throughout his career, and he was, like we talked about at one point, where he said that he was being sued by so many people he didn't even know who was suing him. He was just saying, "Pay it, whatever, just pay it."
Right.
But and see, you see, he spoke out a lot too, but his wasn't, like, I guess, directed towards a certain person or group of people. It
Yeah,
was, I mean, it was his was always within the sport.
this is
If you,
true.
you know, you get what I'm saying?
This is
He never
true.
spoke out about the commissioners. He never spoke out about the managers. He never spoke out about none of that stuff.
He went at Don King pretty hard though.
Okay, well, Don King was a pretty fucked up individual too. If you know anything about boxing in the sport, we know Don King used to rip these people off big time.
Most definitely, most definitely.
But what I'm trying to say is that he spoke his controversies too, dealing with the industry he was in.
Yeah, and think
But he
about it.
did. But the difference between his is that he always directed it towards towards the sport and kept it in the sport. He didn't go outside of it. Unlike Kanye, who could have took the same approach, but not specifically target certain people. And I think that's what got him. If he would have just talked his shit without directing it straight at someone, I'm talking straight arrowed at someone, I think he would have been okay.
Yeah. So do you think? Let's go ahead and just go ahead and address the elephant in the room. Do you think he can bounce back
Uh,
to the level of where he was at? Like, let me clarify this.
man,
Kanye's down, but he's not out, and that's
yeah,
just my thing about it. $400 million still a lot of money. Some people net worth sit at $300 million at the top of their career. Kanye obviously still has room for growth. The thing is, I feel like Ye took a break once he realized what he had got himself into, which granted he I feel like he already knew what he was getting himself into.
But exactly, I was just gonna say that. I was gonna say, but as someone like Kanye who was doing this longer than he's actually been in the music industry, he knows the in and outs, and I'm sure he knew how to negotiate that contract going in there. You
But
know, but you're
but
playing with Adidas, you're playing with these people. They're way bigger than you.
that's my thing. He knew what he wanted when he came in the door.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think they was gonna give it to him? No. And then he was in a. I think that's why he kind of snapped at Sway. Don't make it right, but I think he realized he was telling Sway like honestly. And RIP Nipsey was saying this too, man, because Nipsey ended up signing a deal as well, which he was independent at one point. But even Nipsey was like, man, honestly, they leave you in a position where you borderline ain't really got no choice if you really want to get
Oh
it.
yeah, we know how these labels work, man. Because like we talked about, we said everybody can rap, but not everybody can read.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Everybody can say their part, say how hurt they were through music, but ain't nobody reading no 10 to 30 page contract. All they seeing is that those probably 6 or 7 digits that they're probably gonna get.
yeah, and we've seen some just flat out just openly admit it, man. Um,
Blueface.
yeah, Blueface, Lil Yachty as well. We don't, I ain't gonna, and
Uh,
Blueface is just,
I
Blueface.
feel like Yachty's. I feel like Yachty's was a little more. His was actually like little more genuine. Like I don't know. I just want to rap. I don't know. I signed this. I don't know what no 360 deal is. But Blueface's. I feel like his was just. I don't care. I just want this paper. I don't care how I get it. Whatever y'all want to take this. Just make sure I get paid too at the end of the day. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because he was like, yeah, I'm tied to Cash Money West. I'm tied to this. I'm tied to that. You remember on that interview, so he didn't even know what the hell he's signing.
yeah, and Yachty was more genuine, but hell, he really said what he said. The more calm version of what Blueface was
Yeah, I
saying
guess
what Yachty was saying, but Yachty just was like you said, Yachty was on some
Yachty's
genuine.
made sense.
Yeah, Yachty was like, man, they said this. I trusted them, signed it, and here I am. I mean, I'm getting everything that I've asked for, so I can't really complain, you
Yeah,
know. But I think what Ye and them do is like you realize how much work ethic you don't put in, but you still see that and he's rapped all about this. Is what killed me. Ye used to rap literally about like so
mm-hmm.
and so, but you still this or you still that, no matter how big on the level. But I feel like he thought he reached that level once he touched the billions because not many people touch that
Look,
billion status.
this is how I see it. I feel like with music is is different because with music you want those collabs. You want that other hot artist to be on your track because what's they gonna do? That's gonna excel you. But I think with like fashion and like with like say art, I feel like that's more of a recluse into yourself type of art because you want your work to show. You know what I'm
You know,
saying?
what's funny to me? And not kind of funny at the same time. Like they literally making Ye stand on his own too by himself. Who really has come out publicly and say they support Ye? And I say that to say I don't want to talk. I ain't talking like Candace Williams because she said she support him or she was there with the White Lives Matter shirt, which that's a whole nother
Hey,
nother
hey,
story.
one sec. I'll be right back. Okay.
Go ahead, do your thing. I'm gonna hit the chat anyway. So I
Yeah.
Dunk stepped out. Let me hit the chat. Fly Guy got the popcorn in there. What's up, Fly Guy? We got Simon in the building. Says, can he bounce back from this? For now, he bounces back from Skechers headquarters. I saw that look right before I hit that live. I saw that on there where he pulled up on the allegedly, I don't know, but they said he pulled up on the Skechers headquarters, man. Kwame says, yo, what's good? We got Mr. 314 in the building. Says, sup, Skippy? Got my shelf life twos today, and they are nice. Had to put them on orange laces. Heart, which I'm assuming saying you love them. Also got my retro Q today, too. Them joints is super comfortable. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. Sound like you got a lot of heat, man. I gotta make some noise for you in a second. Let me get through this real quick. Simon gives a thumbs up. Visualize says, "What's good? Peace, family from Deacon of Reality. What up, Deacon?" Jeremy and Dunks from Deacon. Let's see. Mr. 314 says, "In Dunks, I trust." No hype says, "Yo, what's good, chat?" Mr. 314 says, "Fuck you, cousin Skippy." Hey, it is what it is, man. Love it. Hey, man, I don't know what happened with Dunks, man. I'm gonna put myself on the main screen. Give me like 2 seconds. Until Dunks get back in here. Give me like 2 seconds. Okay, cool. When Dunks get back in here, I'll add him back in, but I think he closed out. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me okay. Audio's okay. Dunks dropped off for whatever reason, but he said he will be back. I'll keep my phone on, keep an eye on it, make sure when he does bounce back, I'll add him in. So we just hitting the chat anyway. Y'all make sure y'all let me know y'all can hear me. Let's see. What's good, chat? We got from No Hype 1244, I think is where I left off. Fly God read that one, says, "My butt cheeks." Shout out to the chat. Okay, Mr. Butt Cheeks. I said my butt cheeks. Pause, man. Pause on that, okay? Pause. He said, Mr. Butt Cheeks. Shout out to the chat. Mr. Pluck Yourselves. He didn't lose it all. I don't really consider what he said a semantic. He's been calling out Gap and Adidas for like 2 months on IG. They just used what he is saying to try and make him look bad. Yeah, I mean, true, but he wasn't like, again, he didn't call out a specific group. He was just calling out the issues he had, like with the labels he were or the brandings he was attached to. He no longer wanted to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? So that is what it is. Dunk says that N-word tripping, but we love Ye. Salutes, he got that from Offset. Offset said that, so salutes to Dunks. Hopefully he gets back in here pretty soon. Manu the Kick says Europe. Deacon says Kanye got kicked out of Skechers offices. Oh man, yeah. I don't know, man. Do we really want to see some Yeezy Skechers though? Let's just keep it 100. Do you really want to see some Yeezy Skechers, man? Do we really want to see some Yeezy Skechers? I mean, I ain't trying to take shots at Skechers because I hear, Skechers is got a target audience, and one of those main things about the target audience is that they're like, they're literally they're supposed to be super comfortable, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna pick on Skechers, but I mean, I feel like wherever Ye goes, whoever accepts him, he's gonna get attention. You know what I'm saying? Now, whether it will be in a good light or bad light is where we're at right now. I don't know. But that's just what's gonna be what it is right now. Deacon says Manny 100. We got Breezing the South in the building. Says, "Yo, what up, sold out chat? What's good, Breezing?" Manny with the Kick says Kanye and New Balance sounds good to me. I can see that. I can see Kanye doing the New Balance joint for sure. I can see that all the way. Let's see. Breezing the South says, "Yay," and New Balance would be fire. Yeah, I don't know about long term, but I would like to see a few collabs. You know what I'm saying? I think there'll be a few collabs. I think there'll be a few fire collabs, man. I still wouldn't mind seeing it with Nike, but I think Nike just don't cut the ties. But I'm gonna find me a pair of them Yeezy 2s though. You know what I'm saying? That's a bucket list sneaker, but you know what I'm saying? And I know they taxing, but I mean, I feel like prices on the Yeezys aren't going up necessarily right now, not yet. So I think we still, everything is still obtainable or within reason, depending on which shoe you're going for. You know what I'm saying? It just depends because it really, really varies too. Some shoes that they know are harder to get just gonna always be up there. Manual the Kick says Deacon and Manual fans 100. Dunk says, read that one, says Manual the Kicks. Visualize says Skechers said they want no parts. I mean, yeah, right now nobody wants to be no part. Look like we got Dunks back. Let me put Dunks back in the building. Give me like 2 seconds. I'm gonna put you back on the screen. Hold up. Let's see. Boom. Let me get the echo out of the way. All right, go ahead, do your thing. All right, so yeah. All right, Dunks is back in the building. Make sure we don't got no echo. I think I got it cut off, so we shouldn't have an echo. But I was just reading through the chat anyway, real quick. Let me catch that up. Let's see. Mr. Pluck Yourself says it's so weird to me. New Balances is a show. I'm assuming you mean shoe. You youngins, where when I was in high school in the 90s, only people who wore the New Balances were track people, agents, and Navy kids. we had a few rocking in our school. I ain't gonna say that was like consistently worn though. And but yeah, I say yeah. I mean, it really all depends on the audience. Miss Plus, they weren't a cool shoe. they wasn't as popular as like Nikes or Jordans for sure. But I mean, at the same time, Dunks also pointed out something to me that came up where back in the day, I think a lot of this sneakerhead culture stuff on the way that it is now. I don't know about y'all parents. I'm gonna speak from my situation. I got like before I got my own job, I bought my mom or my dad like you only get one pair of Jordans a year. You and my dad used to argue every time about having to pay that high price back then. So even though it was a dope sneaker, I think what really brought me into them is when all those times I told no, and then when I got my parents made a mistake and told me like, hey, whenever you make your own money living out on your own, then you spend your money how you want to. But until then, that was the talk I would used to get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
yeah, and Dunks, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Dunks point that out to me as well. I'm like, yeah, that's where it was, man. Many of the kicks said Skechers trash can, which I'm assuming saying Skechers is trash. Rachel W in the building says, in my opinion, yay, or whatever he calls himself, done pissed off too many higher ups to make any kind of progress. That is a fact. You don't, what's my mom saying? Like, you don't bite the hand that feeds you. You know what I'm saying? And if you're
Yeah.
gonna want to leave and do what Ye and set up his own thing, this is my thing. I don't know if it's true if he showed up to Skechers or not, right? Because I think Dunks, you pointed that out to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he tried to show up to Skechers or not to get a deal, but my thing is this: why? You know what I'm saying? Because like you said you wanted to do it all under you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want no help. Because when you had
No.
you didn't like the help you had. Now I know what people might think like I get what Ye's trying to say. Like he wants to be treated fairly and equally, but you know what I'm saying? He's still no matter what, you still got a boss. This if this don't and I think he's already said that, but if he didn't accepted it, now he has no choice but to accept it. You know what I'm saying? You are not gonna own every single thing. You know what I'm saying? Dunks, we had this kind
But
of go ahead.
no, to add to that, it's funny because I saw this thing that said that Adidas will continue to sell um, Yeezy like shoes
I saw that as well.
under
They're still
under
gonna
the
sell.
same name and everything. But
Yeah,
no, doesn't he own the name Yeezy?
I got an article for that. We're gonna read over that in a little bit. We're gonna read over it in a little bit. I got the answer. If I don't know if it's true, but to be honest, right? It seems like it's confusion because Adidas say they do, but Mr. Ye says he does. So who do you think? And chat, y'all sound off as well. Who do you think is right or wrong? You know what I'm saying?
Well, for one, like I already talked to, like me and you already talked about. Like I said, if we were to take this to anywhere else, that clearly by giving us a contract or said deal or that means they're buying the likeness, name, brand, everything that comes with what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? So that
Yeah.
would I would feel like that he would fall in that same category. Like just because you came up with the name Yeezy, the Yeezy don't mean shit if you don't got no product.
This is true. Like I think
So
I think
we own the name Yeezy because we're the ones who produced the product. All you did was come with some ideas, and we liked it. We liked it enough to give you a contract.
most definitely. I
You
think
see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think he may owns a name, but as far as like the likeness and all that, the trademark, it sits with Adidas. Like he can probably
Yeah.
still go and name something else. It can have the Yeezy name, but it's got to have something
I
else.
and I don't think that's true because everybody already knows Yeezy for Adidas. So
Well,
that kind of belongs to Adidas.
well, within a certain extent, though, I don't think it's fully because in that case, granted, Nike don't make Yeezy twos anymore, but I guess there's nothing they can do because that already existed. But you know, I was gonna say, well, Nike, that's maybe be the reason why. Now, if you think about it, if we're gonna put it that way, maybe that's the reason why Nike never ever like re-released like a Yeezy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they got the versions that we didn't see. They
Yeah,
got the actual behind the scenes shit. We didn't get to see that.
yeah. I'm
There's
just
a reason
curious.
why he's not with Nike anymore.
Yeah, but I think Nike, you know how much people would just think about how the internet would break if they just re-release like the Yeezy 2 or a Yeezy 1. Maybe
Well,
they can't because of the naming, and it's not worth the lawsuit. Think about it. Them
yeah,
and
that's
Adidas,
probably why they haven't been drop shipped. That's yeah, you're right.
right? And you know what I'm saying. Now that we put that into the two, that's probably like it's not Nike's probably thing is probably not worth the headache. You know, where we're right or we're right. Who cares? We don't need. We still eating and we still at the top of the food. We don't need this guy. You know what I'm saying? We don't need the
Oh yeah,
Yeezy
for sure.
name. And you know, Yeezy just gonna go on a rant anyway. Like, think about it. If they was to just restock the Yeezy twos, you know he would have something to say, as he should. But you know what I'm saying? You
Mhm.
know he's gonna go on a crazy rant. But I will say, for the most part, ever since that Adidas dropped, because y'all keep in mind, didn't he say on one of those interviews, he was like, I can say, actually, it was Drink Tramps. He said, I can say XYZ and they can't drop me. And
Mhm.
I think what he meant, right? And I don't know, this is just my opinion and alleged. I think what he means is basically like, yo, they need me more than I need them. Which I think at this point, yeah, there's some truth in that. But at that point, the way that these major brands was dropping him, if they didn't drop him, it was gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying?
For
And
who though?
I mean, think about it. They this is the thing. They've been letting Ye say the most wildest things all this
So
time
why stop now? The
because
man is a, the man is a the man is
them other brands is
the man is an oil machine.
big,
He produces
but
money.
right, but Adidas know if they keep him on at this who's to say he won't get brought back on? There's
And
loophole,
who's complaining about this? Who's complaining about this? The people who don't even buy his product.
right? And
The
but
people who don't even support
I
his
will say
product.
he still went a little too far. But this is my thing though, like with all the other brands backing off, of, like pretty much what around the clock. We just every time you wake up, you're like, hey, so and so drop Yeezy, so and so drop Yeezy, so and so drop
Hey,
Yeezy. What up?
Jordan supports the prison system. He supports putting his own people in prison.
But
That stop you from buying one Jordan?
it didn't. And this is the thing. You notice you notice how Jordan moved ever since they started picking on, even like when they asked him to speak out on the Rodney Keaton situation, right? And if y'all aren't familiar, that may be a little bit. Actually, it's probably before me and Dunk's time a little bit. We was alive, but you know
I'm
we
sure.
weren't.
I'm sure everybody knows of that.
Yeah, you know where he pretty much got. It's pretty much one of the first. I ain't gonna say one of the first, but it's one of those most
One of the ones, yeah, more publicized. Yeah, you're right.
publicized police brutality situations. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's what that is, you know. And this stuff has been going on for years. But when people were expecting Michael to step out and say something and speak on it, you know, he didn't say anything, and they gave him a hard time for that. I think, and I'm not trying to defend Mike. I think Mike just honestly, some people you can't ask those type of questions because they just so focused on the game and they're focused on not to make him sound selfish, but he focused on the game and himself for trying to get himself right. You know, he didn't look. He probably never paid this stuff any attention because he's in a different world. You know,
I
not
don't think he's in a conscious mind right now. I don't think he's even aware of like really what's going on. Like it hasn't like hit him yet. He just sees that he said what he said, and now he's getting dropped. And if you watched, if anybody in live also watched that Pierce guy, the interview he did with that guy, where he was like, hey boy, I haven't got my ideal out yet. That video. But anyway, if you watch that video, he said in the video when he would apologize. He said it. So you just gotta go watch that video. And it's pretty sarcastic how he said it. Nevertheless, it's funny, but I feel like it's effective. I feel like the request that he wanted was effective. I mean, you want me to share it, or would you just rather like watch the video to see?
hey Garnish. I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna watch it regardless. Go ahead. You want to roll? Go ahead.
Well, pretty much, like I say, if anybody hasn't watched the video, and if you have watched the video, I'm sure you already know. He said the only way that he would apologize is if all the head people of the fashion industry, of the music industry, of the entertainment industry, like movies, all that. He said if they all, like the top guys, if they all came in a room together and did a live stream of them coming to a common ground. He said, and then with a smile on his face, he said, "Then I'll apologize."
Think he gonna be waiting a mighty
That's what he
long.
said. He needs all the head people of the industries to come together. And he said, "Oh, he said read through the contracts." He said, "Read through the top artists' contract." He said, "And have lawyers present too."
He
He
gonna be
said, "After all that, then he would apologize."
he gonna wait. He gonna be waiting a mighty long time, my
Yeah,
brother.
no, that is never gonna happen. But I'm just saying that's what he
That's
said
what he
would
said.
get
Got
an
you.
apology out of him.
Got you. Right.
He said read through all the contracts of the top movie stars, top rappers or music artists, whoever, top Olympics, all that. He said read through. He said he want to sit down with the head of these people, read through the top contracts with lawyers. Then he'll apologize.
Well, we're gonna be waiting a mighty long time, Mister Ye. Um,
Don't hold your breath.
I
Yep.
about to say I wouldn't hold my breath on it. Let me hit the chat real quick. Rachel says, Pitt read that one says, "Man with Kick says, shout out to Jordan." Rachel says, "Smash that like button and sub up." Yes, man. Appreciate that, Rachel. Kwame says,
Hell yeah.
"I hope Ye realized he made a mistake. Soon people will forgive him." Yeah, I know he's gonna be. I know he can bounce back, man. But I'm just curious if he's gonna have to go the Nick Cannon route, where he's got to pretty much, um, go on
Because
the
they tried to
apology.
slap that anti-Semitic. They tried to slap that anti-Semitic label on Cannon too, right? On Nick Cannon, he pretty much did the same thing that Ye did,
The difference
but he
is
didn't do it in a blowout like that.
the difference is once Nick Cannon got called out, he didn't double. Ye is doubling down,
Double,
tripling.
triple down.
Yeah, I'm about to say he tripling down. Nick Cannon, I don't think he doubled down. If he did, once he saw them people,
Nah, it just took that one little spook where we're gonna take everything from you, and he
they
apologized. But
I ain't
Ye
gonna say
like,
they took it.
what can you take from you? Ye was like, what can you take from me that I don't already that you already haven't?
They paused. They didn't take from him, but they paused and they Cannon shit. You know what I'm saying? They put him on pause, and he met with those people behind the scene. But see, this is different. Nick Cannon shut the hell up. Ye keeps going to anybody that'll listen to him. Nick Cannon shut the hell up. Talk to the bosses. All right, cool. I'm gonna apologize. Take about a couple months off, and before you know it, somebody else will be under the heat, and you'll be back to work. You know what I'm saying? Like that's literally what happened with Nick Cannon. You know what I'm saying? Like he
Yeah.
went on the apology tour. He said he did his research, and Nick Cannon was on a situation. And I'm not trying to offend Nick Cannon, but he was in the room trying to interview somebody, trying to talk on that level, but he didn't know what the hell they were talking about. One of those like I don't know about the situation, but I'm gonna just go with the flow and figure it out. And he didn't, and it bit him in the ass. Yay this is the thing where I'm not trying to defend Ye because it's wrong and his I've always said this since day one. His delivery sucks, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he was even probably trying to take a shot at the people he took a shot at. He was trying to use them as an example for the that's the people at the tip top. He didn't just I guess he didn't feel like saying their actual names.
But who owns these media outlets?
I
Who
mean,
owns these media outlets?
I guess the people he's saying, but at the same time, he's better off saying their names versus saying what
Race they are,
yeah, that's where
what
he
religion they are. Yeah.
yeah, that's what dropped the ball. You know what I'm saying? If he would have kept just saying their names, we still would have did a live
Or
today.
just kept saying the people at Adidas.
Yeah, we'd have been saying, man, whoever, because he says their names, and I'm like, man, we don't know who the hell it is, but they work at Adidas, and he don't like them, or they're a Def Jam, and he don't like them. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying?
Like I said, it's at this point it's just Ye himself because out of all the years since sneaker deals has been a thing, you never heard anybody else complain saying that they have a problem with the company who's providing them shoes. You know,
There's a thing. They probably did. My bad, y'all. They probably did, but they didn't. You know what I'm saying? They just like they chucked it up as a loss and kept it moving. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they may have said something, but it obviously fell on deaf ears. They left it alone. But at the same time, they still didn't go at it like yay. And maybe if
Well,
they did, they kept it behind the scenes, you know?
I feel like with a lot of the other rappers, like like say because we know Birdman, the Game, 50 Cent, all these dudes who had these sneaker deals. I feel like with them, this was an investment that they paid to get into it. I feel like with Ye, Adidas came to him.
Yeah, most definitely. They came because they saw what he did with Nike. You know what I'm saying? They saw what he was doing with Nike. But Nike also has Jordan brand. Like we don't, and I still double down on this.
But Jordan's not easy. Two totally completely different shoes.
But
So he would have brought in his own success, and I feel like that's probably why he did go to Adidas too, because they weren't going to give him the treatment that they were giving Jordan.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He wanted to be on that Jordan level already when Jordan had already been out 30 years before you even came in the game.
yeah, true.
And
So
that's why I feel like his ties with Nike got cut because he was trying to be on that. I'm just as good as Jordan. I can sell just as good as Jordan. Why don't you guys give me the treatment and the releases that I want, like you guys do for Jordan?
do you think if Ye would have been a little bit more patient, he would have eventually got the deal he was looking for with Nike?
I feel like he would have been a little more patient with Nike. I feel like he would have been right where Jordan is in this short period of time. That would have never probably even been an Adidas deal because
I got another one
had
for
had yeah
Go ahead. Had it
no
not
I
been
say
for
okay, or had he just play his cards right with Nike and accept the fact that you ain't Jordan. Don't matter, man. You ain't Jordan, man. You're not the one that's gonna put fucking food on every employee's table. That one man is feeding probably what 500 people, 600 people. You know what I'm saying? Just in that Jordan factory.
most
So
definitely.
yeah, I mean, I get it. Where we all know that you came in the game with the intent to be number one, to be full control over any and everything you did, but at some point you gotta realize that you just gotta take the back seat and just let the driver be the driver.
Yeah,
That's
he
why he's
got.
in the driver's seat for a reason.
What's that saying? You gotta know when to hold them, and you gotta know when to fold them, man.
Yeah.
And
So what's your follow up?
um, so this my thing. If you think if Ye would have never went to Adidas, would there be a Travis Scott sneaker? Would Travis Scott would have gotten the
Uh
deal? Think about it, they
yeah.
don't. They already got one music artist, and he's think about it. If Ye would have just kept his mouth closed, stayed behind the scenes, you know, just worked his deal how he normally do and keep quiet, would Travis would have been brought on?
But back,
Then,
you're right. You're right. To backtrack on that, I feel like had Kanye played his cards right, he would have been that Travis. Like where his shit still sells out every time, but it still ain't Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like
do you
it's
think?
hot and we're gonna buy it because it's
Do you think
different and it's
Do you
Nike.
think? Do you think Virgil would have been brought on?
If I feel like eventually Virgil was gonna I don't know, he was probably gonna be something way bigger with Louis Vuitton. I feel like Nike was just his little plaything he just did as an experiment to get the off white out there, the exposure out there even more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And like I say, you gotta remember, Travis has ties to Kanye. Virgil has ties to Kanye. Now look at they both had shoes on Nike. Kanye had shoes on Nike. So I feel like his business track record is there, substantial enough to where he can kind of put people on to certain things and tell them the cards they need to play to get in the door. You know what I'm saying? But once they get in the door, then they're probably looking at it like, man, what are you talking about, man? I'm gonna do it this way because the way he's talking about gonna get me. I'm not even gonna get one shoe out. You know?
Yeah,
So he gave him the recipe to what to do to get in the door. But I feel like once they got in the door, they all ideas and everything they told him probably went out the window. Because they say this dude completely wrong. I'm not doing it this way.
yeah, probably. You know what I'm saying? I can see that way.
Well,
Um,
I feel like with Virgil just held his own anyway.
but
I don't think he would. Yeah,
Virgil just kept quiet, worked, put out his designs. Who was to say what his deal really was? Um, Ye. I don't. The thing is, it's still kind of hard to. Ye hasn't came out and fully said what he truly wants. He and the thing is, I don't know. Well, borderline, right? He says like with one thing with the Gap thing, he said he want them where his clothes was gonna be is $20. He wanted his stuff to
I
be
still don't get that. I still don't get that
afford
Gap
afford.
collab.
He wanted. I don't know why he went there in the first place, right? That's just me. Anyway,
Yeah, that's what I'm
um,
saying. I don't get that one, but okay.
not that this the people who got the Gap stuff. In fact, from what I'm hearing is I know Gap is starting to take the stuff out of stores, just like they had Foot Locker and them take the Adidas out. They can't sell them. So this might, because you know what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure they hold somebody holding them and doing some type of deal. You know what I'm saying? Unless Adidas asked them to ship them back, which I highly
Yeah.
doubt.
Matter
But
of fact, hey, fun fact. Let's even see what Yeezys are going for at this point, since we know that that deal is over. Let's see if they've skyrocketed or plummeted.
give me a Yeezy you want me to look up, and we'll
Just
go.
let's just go easy. Let's keep it smooth, easy. Let's go with some. Let's go with the bread 350s,
All right,
V2s.
all right.
Just to see where we're looking at this point, because we know that he's been dropped. So it's either going flop or
It's
go up there.
funny. I had got exclusive access on eBay to get a pair of retail price, but when I got the notification to check my size, these joints are sold out. Because that's another one on my bucket list, the Yeezy breads. Funny you say those, but I'm about to pull up and I'm gonna share my screen real quick just to see. Boom, right here. So these are the breads. They got the 2017/2020. So I guess hell, they don't care. You getting what you pay for no matter what year. Although I would personally would like to have a pair from 2020, but that's just me. But last sold on these 400, but let me see. That's for a size 10. All right now about $279 if you add it up and do like the average sale, right? But this all vary by sizes. I'm personally gonna say like we can't use StockX fully because all the other platforms sell a little bit more than StockX, including eBay, including Gold, Stadium Goods. What's the other one? Flight Club, which is basically GOAT. So I'm gonna say across the board, these are probably averaging at least 340. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so do you see? So yeah, that's the big question too. Do you see his stuff uh going like the prices is going up because now obviously the stuff's not going to be there
I'm
anymore.
glad. I'm glad you asked that because I thought about this as well, and I'm glad I didn't tell you or talk to you about this because I knew we would have missed it in the live. I'm glad you brought this up. I knew you would ask me this. That's why I love you. So right, basically, this is my thing. Right now, I'm gonna say this now for the sneakerheads. Let me put us back on the main screen. I'm gonna say this now for the sneakerheads. The Yeezys you want now,
Get them.
get them now because prices are paused. They're nothing's if it is going up, it's going up very slow because people are scared to play the game. A lot of people are trying to boycott Yeezy. As you can see, they're trying to push them off the map. But I'm gonna say this, right? For the Yeezys you want now, go ahead and get them now, right? Because if you don't, let me put it this way: get them now. And I say this because even if him and if he go on the like worst case scenario, Ye is gonna go on the apology tour, right? And all the brands will slowly, quietly move him back in. Ye agrees to play the ball game and don't lash out again, or you next time you ain't coming back. You know.
Yeah.
So this is my thing, though. I say that prices are at a standstill, slightly up on depending on the model. Now work with me, but I would say buy them now because why nobody everybody's trying to boycott him out because this is my thing. That was the worst case scenario. Now, for the best case scenario for Yeezy, right? Say a brand steps out and accepts him as a place to go. He already, even if he doesn't, he says, I already had these model ideas set aside. I just needed the
Mhm.
brand and the third. This people working for me. Shoe will be out next year, right? So at that point, that will be set in stone in our heads. May even if it ain't true, it'll be set in our heads that hey, man, Ye's not going back to Adidas anymore. That's officially over because we're think about it. Ye's been extremely quiet since Adidas dropped him because that was his. I hate to say it, that was his bread and butter. He was getting money from the other ones, but this is a big deal. You know what I'm saying? So much so obviously takes him out of the Billy net worth to back to the regular millionaire, which is still a lot of money. But so I was saying, like, if he say like he gets a Puma deal and announce a shoe next year, March. No, we'll say May, right? We'll say starting May, we having these joints right here. I've been holding all these designs from Adidas, never told nobody about them because I didn't like my deal. I wasn't happy. I apologize, guys. I did what I had to do to get out of my deal. And he's at Puma. Now, that means Adidas is most likely not gonna produce any more of his product, right? And
Well,
or
they already said
even
that anyway.
but that it's still has actually been back. It's been mixed communication. They said they're not going to do it. They said also I've seen in articles where they say they may continue to sell it, right? But right now, obviously, they're pausing it because, and that's why I say by now, pausing it because they know hell you're wrong right now if you're selling it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta follow. You gotta get in line and follow suit. But it's my thing. Ye's that, and this is an example. I don't know if he's going to Puma. I'm just using it for an example. This is just my opinion and a legend. He goes to Puma. We get a new model out. We know ain't no more Adidas coming out. And even if they do, they don't even want to deal with the headache of even having this branding. We say they drop a zebra perfectly down to the T and take the Yeezy branding slightly off. But think about it, his branding is very on there, very minimal. You don't see it now. You can't tell us a Yeezy is not inside there. You just know. But you see, he's at Puma and he's saying don't support it. Ye's got a big enough following. He's worldwide. He's global.
Mhm.
If he say don't buy from Adidas no more, I got this with Puma is coming out. That stuff is gonna. That means the stuff at Adidas is kind of like rare. More options, but rare. That's when this was. It's not my point, and I know I took a little too long to explain that. My point with that is those Adidas Yeezys ain't gonna go up dramatically, maybe slightly over time, but they're not gonna go up dramatically unless he announces he's with another brand and another model is officially out.
So
In
you
my
think that's what it's going to take to make the model skyrocket?
in my opinion,
Him
because
going
we
with
got
another brand?
hit him with another brand, and
Because
now
that
Adidas.
would guarantee that the cease of all his shoes being made with Adidas. So now you're gonna know that that whatever the last pair that were made, that's it. Anything else is
Yep,
now vintage,
yep.
or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's vintage, it's age, it's never coming out again. And so those true sneakerheads that really want the shoe, they're gonna hit up their plugs that they consider they trust that's coming with a product that got the real player exclusive, where it's like I'm talking about the collectors who I got this is the Jordan that he played in such and such game, his size, which he wore what 13 and 13 and a half on the other one. They got that, but like they can't wear them ever. You know what I'm saying? That's where that stuff gonna come into play. Where like those type of collectors who want the shoe, where it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like that with Yeezy. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're not making this
And
anymore.
I feel like it's gonna be where it's gonna be a shoe that they have, but just like not worn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're gonna do the samples that's gonna be floating out there. This is
Okay,
what
so
the 350 looked like before we put the final touches on that joint. You know?
yeah,
And what killed me, I ain't gonna lie, what hurt me though, I'm like, man, I really wanted a pair of those Yeezy 700s, the 750s. The boot, the first pair, I was looking because those are supposed to
and
come out
that's
next year.
Joe perfect because winter's right back here. That would have been a nice little release, but hey,
Yeah,
since we,
man. Yeah, like that's my thing. Like, not like I said, yeah, he's not happy, I get it, but he's also confusing with it. And again, I just will say this and I'm gonna double down on it again. It's about your delivery, Mister Ye. It's
Yeah, but would you
about
want to be at a job where you're not heard? You gotta like take your job for example, where you can say, "Hey, I got this way that we can improve on our system and what we do," and they say, "We'll think about it," but then in the next 2 weeks, that same thing that you just said, they're doing it now. They
oh
say,
yeah,
"Hey, you,
yeah,
you get what I'm saying?"
yeah. That would bother me. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm sure that's kind of how he feel.
Yeah, yeah. That would be pretty messed up, man. Yeah, that
They
would.
do it,
If you're gonna put it like
they do it
that,
all the
then
time. They do it all the time, not just in celebrities. Like I say, I have people that I know on the here in the outside world that have done things for certain jobs. They've come up with full creations, um, presented it to the job, and next thing you know, that item is either on the menu or somewhere in their establishment
that's
without
damn.
that
That's that
person's recognition.
bullshit. That's that bullshit.
Yeah.
That's that bullshit. Oh
And
hell
then what makes it what's the real kick in the head is that product is actually selling.
yeah. And then ain't nothing you
You know,
could do because you ain't got. Actually, this remind me of a story of, and I'm gonna make it real quick. Um, the liquor Jack Daniels. I didn't know that it was actually created by a former slave. But they don't.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. So fun fact, nowhere a little off mode.
I don't really drink liquor, so I guess that's probably why I'm not really in the liquor world like that.
Well, they just came out as a couple years ago, the actual Jack Daniels family, because obviously the guy's dead, and I think the
Mhm.
creator who
Well,
originated it,
I mean, you got to think what's like whiskey or whatever. What is Jack Daniels? Is it a whiskey, right?
yes, sir,
Is
it's
it
a
whiskey? I
whiskey.
don't know.
It's a whiskey.
Uh, it's made from like rye and all that stuff, and that's all stuff like the slaves used to have to work with, like rye
Yeah,
and all that type of stuff. So yeah,
yeah.
I could believe that. I could see that
That's
being
the
a
that's
true.
the sad part about it, though. One, the original creator, the slave who did it, they it was one of those like where it was created from. Everybody around there knew, but it wasn't worldwide yet. And then finally, as a family traditionals, as a business pass on, they're just now starting 2020. They just now start giving the family, you know, benefits and money and stuff like that. Because the thing is, the reason it's Jack Daniels why he gets it is because the slave who created it, he actually taught Jack Daniels how to make it. Now on the flip side, this is where I'm gonna bring it back full circle. That slave once Jack Daniels name got on it and he can make it, he no longer technically needed the slave anymore. That they still treated him very well and barely fairly considering those times. He still was like basically we can look at Ye, we're gonna compare the two. Like Ye is getting treated good, just like the original creator of Jack Daniels. They're treating them great, compared to all the other people that's like that was in slavery. So much so they was paying them so well that before slavery was actually announced that every slave is free, before everybody had to try to escape and go to the north, um, they was actually paying him so well. He actually made enough money to buy himself out of slavery. He bought himself out before everybody else. He
Hmm.
actually bought himself out. He didn't get free.
Right.
He bought
I
himself
didn't even
out.
know that. Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I think
Thanks for the
that's
info.
you're not gonna know because it's just now being advertised. And you just like it's certain things like that. Ain't no telling what else. There's a lot of stuff that we don't know. But more, the problem was where I bring all this to say, where now later down the road, the reason now the family are finally starting to, they're technically when it's time, we'll take it back. And we got to bring it back full circle with contracts. Back then, whenever that was going on, this is slavery time. There was no such thing as there was no paperwork. This was
That's
just
what I'm
word of
saying.
mouth. You know what I'm
So
saying?
imagine, let's say things. Imagine if things that happened back in the day would have been documented, because the things we see now are nowhere near on the level of how things were back then.
Yeah.
Like it's bad. It's bad now, but back then
It was
it
worse.
was it was it was wild west. You could do what you wanted to, get
Yeah,
away
like
with it, no problem.
yeah,
So
these
imagine if some of those things had been documented.
yeah,
I feel like if they had social media or certain
yep,
video things that could document back then, I don't think we would have a social media now.
yeah. And the reason, like a lot of people be, and and I'm gonna just put my business out there a little bit. Um, I'm very active on YouTube compared to any form of social media, but like people hit me like, man, why you don't post this on Instagram? Why you don't do like, man, they limit you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's slowly and slowly each and every week, every month, every year. Like, and I'm not saying I'm gonna get on there and go crazy, but
Mm-hmm.
they pick and choose what they want to show, who hits that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know YouTube is like this as well, but it's like I get the, like they at least try to give you some form of the benefit. Granted, it's got its downside too, but like I just like, man, I just got tired of it because it just started to feel like, yeah, the app free and we can sign. And I'm not pushing nobody away. Do what you want to do. Yeah, the app free, but it's like we don't want to. We gonna control what you say, and we're not gonna pay you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It just, what I'm saying, YouTube, there if you put the work in, they'll give you back a little small reward every now and then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
hey, what Jada say? You get back what you put out.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And I just maybe I tie all that to say like maybe Ye is just obviously he still knows that he's bringing in the big bread. Again, I guess it's just about he's lucky compared to how the original person who started Jack Daniels wasn't no paperwork. He just and while back then, this is a thing. Maybe there was no issues back then, or hell, think about it, you definitely ain't finna complain back then, but his immediate family was all taken care of and he was good and they were very successful as much as you could possibly get during those times, getting in their situation. But with no paperwork being around, and as more and more families take over and see that you ain't, oh, you are the creator, yeah, and we don't got a new documents and stuff
Yeah.
inside. Your name ain't nowhere near, buddy. Get the hell on. And the families, don't reap the benefits as the rest of the Jack Daniels family. So maybe Ye is thinking long term, but again, we're in different times now, Mister Ye. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Again, and I'm not trying to defend Kanye because what he said was messed up, but reality is, he his delivery was wrong, and you are in a different times, and you are in a position where if you keep playing it, your family's straight as good as it's gonna get for right now. You know what I'm saying? But I know I think Ye is one of those people that he's never satisfied, like because he knows there's always room for improvement. And I was taught that too, but I was also taught like you gotta pick and choose your battle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, hey, you don't did the best you can do, which I don't have to do this so many times in my life. Like, hey man, you don't did the best you can do. You trying the same thing, not working. Because the thing is, reality is we seen this with Nike. This only different he doing it with Yeezy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let me
Oh yeah.
let me hit the chat real quick. Let's see. No hype. I think that's where I left out. What you says. Yeah. Why Skechers though? Manny with the kick says facts. Kwame breaking from Manny says Adidas has signed a deal with Pete Davidson, aka Skeet. And I know you didn't type that, but I had to put that in there. I cannot call that man Pete anymore, man. It's Skeet now, man. I'm sorry. That's yay, man. Kwame laughing at Manny. Rachel says, laughing my ass off. That's the ultimate knife to the heart to Ye. Laughing my ass off. Let's see. Men on the Kick says facts. Rachel. Kwame says 400 million more than I know about to do with. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. People acting like it ain't a lot of money. It's still a lot of bread. But he's probably got a budget differently compared to what he's used to, but still, that's still like, hey man, you still gonna be living a way comfortable, you know what I'm saying? If budget correctly, but we don't know all what the hell he got trying to pay for it. Rachel says, Ye hit below the belt with that video, but Adidas hit him in the gut. That boy needed some. Yeah, they definitely but thing is, he had to know that was coming, man. But I think deep down, Ye didn't think they had the guts to really drop him. Cause again, y'all seen this floating around too. Like now that they stopped this production, that's $240 million that Adidas, because that means the rest of the year, if they stick to their word, they're not dropping no more Yeezys for the rest of the year. That's still what we just now in October. We'll go ahead and be fresh. Next week is November. So November and December are going to be the craziest months for prices and money to be made because it's holidays. You know what I mean? Gift giving,
Mm-hmm.
all that. Flights are finna go up, but we ain't got our main product to sell. So think about it. In 2 months, Adidas makes 200 and what $270 million. All right, damn. In 2 months off of Yeezy. From what I'm getting from it, you know what I'm saying? They're not talking about their other product. They saying they finna come up short because of
Yeah.
Yeezy 270 million. That means every 2 months, give or take, we'll say that we'll be nice. At minimum, Yeezy brings in 200. He brings in 100 million a month over there, man.
Well, Adidas said that this is one of the hardest decisions they ever
That's
had
why
to
they was
make.
the last one to do the drop.
Yeah, they said this is one of the hardest decisions they ever had to make, and they almost didn't do it. But
You know what I'm saying?
they can't they can't be the biggest brand and not stand by you know
So
not stand by what what they mean when they say don't pull this shit.
yeah, so Bad Bunny finna take over.
No, stop.
You didn't even think, hey man, think about it. You
Not no,
think, nah,
nothing
you
to
think,
the Hispanic community that's in the chat,
you
but
said, hey,
nah,
but then okay, cool. So then let me rephrase the question. I know the answer already. Is
no,
he finna take Ye spot at
no,
Adidas?
man, no. Why would you ask me something like that, man? No, no, man.
I had to ask. It just came across my mind, man. I just had to ask.
No, you know that
I'm reading
Bad
your
Bunny's
body
doing his
language.
good. He's doing his thing. He's doing his thing, but he also not pulling in J Balvin numbers. Which J Balvin, we know he's over at Jordan, but
Who got
he's
the
doing his
better
over
deal
there.
though? Who got the better deal though?
Well, we'll never know.
I would
I'm
say,
sure they, I'm sure they probably both got probably about in their contract. They probably got about a 2 to 3, 4 maybe shoe release in that first contract. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
They're probably gonna let them release maybe one silhouette, different colors. Well, I mean that's Bad Bunny's case because all I've seen Bad Bunny with is that Adidas, the one with the strap on it. But J Balvin has already had two shoes. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So, and what it looks like to me is J Balvin trying to go down a list
yeah. He could be. I could see that.
because he's already done the one, he's done the two. Now what? What's not going to be next? He has to do his three.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, he might as well just do the three and call it a day or three. I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't. I love the fours, but I don't want him to do one because I know it's gonna. I have a feeling I
I
just want.
mean, you can only put so much tie dye and so many clouds on one shoe.
That don't mean he ain't finna try though, man.
I mean, I don't know, but yeah. To answer your question, nah, I'm sorry, Bad Bunny will never take over as the head money maker for Adidas. I just don't see that happening. Um,
There,
they'll bring Kanye back before Bad Bunny will be number one in sales.
dang. Yeah, I can see that. I don't think so, but I mean, who else? Who else do you think that Adidas could get to replace Ye? Is it even possible?
I mean, only thing that I feel like they could get to replace Ye at this point, it'll have to be like an athlete because I don't think no rapper could do it
But who though? No, think about
as
it.
an athlete.
No disrespect to these athletes because they all doing their thing.
Maybe like Ja Morant, maybe him. They could take him over there.
I don't think none of them. You know what I'm saying? They don't try that. You know, Nike's tried to get LeBron, but LeBron ain't. You know, and they
But we've
got LeBron.
already established that that's the difference between Jordan and these other people. Jordan's shoe is
I,
versatile. Their shoes are what they are, made for basketball.
Ye's the only one low
Even
key.
Kobe
Ye's
could have taken his shoe to a more versatile fashion, and
yeah.
I feel like he could have probably been up there with Jordan had he took that route. But his shoes, what they all look like what they're made for, basketball shoes.
Yeah, it's hard to. No
That's what I'm saying.
disrespect, R.I.P. to Kobe, but his shoes
Yeah,
are hard to his shoes are hard
I
to
I
fit.
I, I feel I feel him, and I like a lot of like, especially which ones the Bruce Lee's
Yeah,
with the
those
red
go hard.
stripes, with the three stripes.
They got one.
Those
Yeah,
I see. Had he done like something like that in a one fashion, would have sold easy, sold out. You know what I'm saying? Like, had they taken the taxi ones, giving them to Kobe and put like that stripe on them, that could have
Yeah,
been what those shoes were. Those could have been, you know.
yeah. I just I don't know. It's just hard to beat. It's hard to beat Jordan's silhouettes, man.
I say that's what Jordan has every, and that's what Kanye came in too. That's what Jordan and Kanye had it different, and that's why they're number one and number two respectfully, because their shoes are versatile.
Very crazy how Ye did that.
You can ball in Yeezys. You can ball out in Yeezys.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it's a
So
win-win
either one,
situation. Yeah,
you can throw some. I'm sure you can probably throw some cleats on some Yeezys because Jordan has now started making it into the football world, into the golf world. You know,
yeah. I seen the golf joints. They've been doing it on the dunks for sure.
yeah. So and like I say, that's why I feel like Yeezy and Jordan come in and hold those top two spots because they came in a game with versatile shoes, so you can dress up or dress down.
Yeah,
Like you can use Jordans as that dress up shoe, that casual shoe, or that beater. You can use Yeezy as a dress up shoe, that casual shoe, or that beater.
yep,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Either way, you had a win-win situation with
Yeah,
those.
you
It's
know
so
what I'm saying?
versatile.
Like it's nothing to throw on some, like I said, throw on those 350 V breads with a black tux. There's nothing to throw those Yeezy breads on with some gym shorts. It's nothing to throw them on with some sweats. Now, same with Jordan. You can throw it on with a tux. You can throw it on with some shorts. You can throw them on with some sweats. You know, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So that's why I feel like this is for with Yeezy. I feel like this is more of a, hey, if you don't apologize, if you don't eat them words that you said, this is what you're facing. Like, don't make us really pull this trigger. We took you off our, like, we didn't fully take you off of our payroll. We took you off of our brand's naming because we don't want to be associated with that. Like, clearly we're still gonna sell your product until we know what's really gonna go on.
till you get your mind right.
Yeah, and then they'll give us a decision to,
Yep,
to continue with this or not.
most definitely, man.
And like I say, I don't see an apology coming. I don't see him apologizing. I don't. People may say he will, but me, just the mind state he's in and the things he said, he really meant it. He's been on multiple platforms and said it. So I don't feel like it's something that they're gonna get too easy because they already see how hard it is to work with him. So you think he's really gonna apologize? I feel like Kanye is a person who has no empathy.
I'm gonna say this: if he does, I won't be surprised.
If he does, it's not gonna be from him. It's not gonna be his apology. It's gonna be his publicist or somebody like
It's
that.
gonna be a generic joint.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be a generic
promotion.
type up. Like AB tried to write a little statement about Donda Sports.
You know damn well that wasn't him. He
What
trying
are
to
you talking about, AB? What the fuck does Donda Sports got to do with anything with Adidas? They didn't even say anything about. Nobody even
no.
touched Donda Sports.
Yo, nope. I'm gonna correct you. He had actual like athletes signed to Donda Sports. They announced that they're leaving the label.
Well, apparently AB is the president of Donda Sports. So
I love
he,
you. I love
I'm
you
saying,
for
so
that.
apparently he's the honcho, I guess, over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he had to put his spill in about how he felt about the whole situation too. When I feel like that he would probably go on what we could say on, you can't even say national TV anymore. You gotta say like live stream. That's crazy. I
Yeah.
feel like he would go on a stream and do the same thing. Exact same thing. Exact same thing.
Yeah. But I don't
Word
think
for word, verbatim.
he
Exact
ain't
same
gonna
thing.
have the same impact as a Ye though. He already, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, has Antonio already been on Drink Champs?
I don't think so. That would be a good one though. That would be one I would love to see. He's been on. I know he's done Breakfast Club and all that, but I don't think he's actually done like Drink Champs. I think he should though. That would be dope.
Yeah. Or he should do Coldest Balls with Kevin Hart.
Yeah, that would be dope. Yeah, that would be that's two he needs to do. I think equally, yeah, I can see that. That'd be dope too.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be dope. Um, this is my thing too. I brought this to you now, but I want you to elaborate a little bit. Remember when we was talking about this, I said, would this have had the same impact if Ye would have said the exact same thing over a dope, fresh, fire rap beat? He doesn't go publicly and say it in the interviews, but he says the exact same thing with some rhyme, rhythm, and a super fresh Kanye beat that is like, man,
Well, no, because
wild.
then
Is it
no,
gonna
because then
is it
he's
is it gonna be popular, or is it gonna be like, hey, we heard what he said, but it was so fire, and we
well,
know
no,
he
because then at that point he's doing his job. He's doing what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to be rapping. He's supposed to be rapping about the things that frustrates him. That's what keeps the lights on for them. That's what keeps the pumping the negativity into the general population's head to give the perceptions. Like
yeah
you can rap about it, about your frustrations. You can do all this because at the end of the day, we're still gonna make money off of it, regardless if you hate us or not. And you
yeah
know what? People are only gonna buy your that particular album or that listen to that particular song because of it, because you're speaking negative shit in it, talking about people. People love drama. People love negative shit, regardless of what anybody says. We all do. We all feed into it. You see a link that talking about some bad shit. 90% of the time, you're gonna click on it and
we
see what they're
entertain
talking
yeah
about.
we entertain it. You know what I'm
And
saying? We
that's the
entertain it.
same in the music. He can talk about his music because that's only gonna say, "Oh, Kanye's angry, man. He's talking this shit in his music. I gotta see what he's talking about."
Yeah,
So get either way, at the end of the day, like they're gonna be like, yeah, you can call us what you want, you can say what you want, you can say we do this, say we do that, but guess what? We still own the masters to that angry album you just put out, and guess what? You just made us another 400 million.
and Kanye may have already knew this, but we'll bring it back to Nick Cannon. One thing, because Nick Cannon used to preach, right? Hey, I own all my stuff. I'm not worried about it. Yay, trying to find out real quickly what well, slash that he don't find out what he actually owns and what he don't own now. Which
Yeah, yeah,
I'm sure that's what probably kicked it off to begin with. But he's learning the hard way. Like, well, I never owned it to begin with. I would, I
well,
wanted to
yeah, Nick
own.
Cannon, you may have owned it. You may, yeah, you're right. You may have owned Incredible. You may have owned Wild 'N Out, but who's broadcasting it?
I'm about to say you don't own the
Don't
network,
matter. Like Yeezy, you can own the name, but who's putting the product out? So
right?
who really owns it?
Exactly. That's a
You know what I'm
fact.
saying?
That's a fact, bro. And you know what I'm saying? I gotta make some noise for that. That's some super duper facts right there. Let me make some noise for this joint.
You know?
You know what I'm saying? Dunks with the facts on this, man. You can't even debate that. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah.
let me hit the
It's
chat.
like McDonald's. McDonald's, okay, yeah. McDonald's is a big conglomerate. We know that McDonald's is the biggest, if anything, probably bigger than Walmart.
Facts.
But Walmart can't. I mean, sorry, but McDonald's can't be McDonald's if these burger patties in these bun factories
Have
doesn't
a
give them the
shortage.
product.
Yeah, they
What's
have a
that?
shortage. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They can't
Most
be
definitely.
McDonald's. They can't be number one. They can't have over a billion served if they don't got these manufacturers supplying the product to them to make them number one.
True.
So who really owns McDonald's?
They're only as good as the
They're
as
only as
the
good as the product they make.
yep. Yeah. So maybe that's where Ye is trying to get at.
Yeah, he's tired of the third party shit. He's tired of the being the last to know but the first to go type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he wants his input in it too. He don't want to just say, "Okay, this is the model," and then give it to Adidas, and then Adidas just runs with it and start putting crazy colors together, like blue and yellow, like blue and orange. Who the fuck wants a blue and orange shoe?
Hey, blue and orange work, bro. We
You
got
got
and
those? You got those 700s? You got those blue and orange 700s?
I went for them though, but I ain't get them.
But is it something that you like? I gotta have them.
Nah, it wasn't a requirement. Come on, man. You know what I'm trying to say though. It can.
Get what I'm trying to say. Like that's what I'm trying to say is that's not something he approved. I guarantee you, it's not.
You don't know that. You
I
don't think
guarantee
so?
you can see from his track record. He likes he's already said he's made a brand off of it. He likes light pastel colors, and he likes darker colors like browns and blacks and dark greens and shit like that. You know,
Yeah, true.
he don't. That's not easy to put out that shoe. You know, he
Yeah.
didn't put out that stuff like that. Like all the like the easy slides and the wave runners. I mean, not the
I
wave,
need some more
what the
phone running.
foam runners. I'm sorry, and the foam runners. I guarantee you, not one of those colorways are his idea.
That black probably is though. The onyx joint.
They got to put out black. Come on now, it's classic color. You got to put out black and you got to put out white.
What about true? All right, cool. I'm gonna let you have it. But they put out the red joint for the Red October thing.
That not dude. I guarantee, yeah, because that was a play on the Red Octobers, but and it wasn't even called Red October, the Vermilion, something like that, right?
Yeah, the vermilion.
But I
Yeah,
would say, I guarantee you, up until up until probably about the V2s, that's when he probably lost control. That's when they just start saying we're gonna do our own shit.
I think he still was on the V2 wave. Like I think because he was
Yeah, I'm
rocking
saying
those.
up until the V2s,
He was rocking those
anything
zebras. He
after
was
that,
rocking those zebras heavy. Oh, but you saying anything after V2?
yeah, anything after the V2s, he had like really no say, no control in.
Got you.
Because at that point, after the V2s came out, that's when everybody really started taking a notice to what Yeezy and Adidas, what Yeezy and Adidas were doing.
Well,
That's when it really blew up after the V2s came out.
The V1 was really harder though. They didn't produce as many
Yeah,
models.
but it wasn't at that time. It was still like a new thing, and people who only like I say sneakerheads or people who really appreciated Yeezy and or Adidas were kind of going for them. But like I say, I think after the V2s came out, that's when it just exploded. Once the V2s dropped, that's when everybody caught on to that. Caught on to the Yeezy wave.
Mm.
You know? Do you agree or you know?
Yeah, the V2 definitely took off. I mean, I can't argue that. I think they caught on to the
But
V1s. It was
you don't think that's what took the Yeezy brand to the next level?
only because they produced more pairs. The V1s we went crazy for, but hell, you didn't know where to get them at the time. You know, Adidas, of course, but we had no idea where to even start. It's just like, hey, they're dropping on this day. You just had to be in the know. And again, the supply and demand was out of the control. You know what I mean? Like we were
Yeah,
losing.
because like I said, that for one, that was from the people who either appreciated shoes or appreciated yay.
True, true.
And at that time with him still semi being a newer artist, you know,
Yeah,
because at that point he was probably about 5 6 years in the game.
I'll say he was probably after graduation,
Yeah,
which is his third album.
so was that about 5 6 7 years in the game somewhere in there?
Probably because you know they didn't drop.
Usually,
Yeah, they didn't drop 10 albums, with the exception of a few artists, but they didn't drop 10 albums in 1 year. Back then, I know no shot. I ain't gotta say no names, but back in the day, and I ain't trying to tell me and Dunk's age. You drop every couple years. You drop you if your song took off in that year, the next year you finna ride the wave of it blowing up, and
no,
by
back
then,
then it was actually like in quarters. Like when they would
yeah,
be like, yeah, this album will be out in quarter 4, shit like that. Like they gave you an actual date of when you should be expecting the album, not just a random, hey, I finished all these 12 songs, let's fucking mix, master it, and throw this shit on some plastic.
and the difference is then though versus now. We had the we grew up during the iPod where it started to get digital, but we still had CD. We started out with CD players before the iPod broke and before MP3s was a thing. And then, yeah, but Yeah, but even then, still people were still doing the same. It took a minute for the rest of the industry to like, okay, cool, we can actually put these on apps now. You know,
I feel like the
we didn't have
difference between
apps back
now,
then, though.
yeah, I'm sorry. I feel like the difference between now and then though was that people are actually they make the song, they mix and master it right there in the same room. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm on my laptop right now. I will make a song, mix and master it, boom, right here. I put it on, try to put it on Apple. I don't need them to do it for me. Like
Yeah,
back then, where it was okay, all you're doing is writing the lyrics. We got everything else behind the scenes for you. Already got the beat picked out for you. We already got the engineer waiting for you to just send in your rough copy so he can master it. He can clean it up and shit. Unlike now, where you got the dude rapping, you got his 14-year-old brother behind him mixing and mastering it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, most
So
definitely.
yeah, of course, if you're doing it that way, of course you can put out 10 albums. Of course you can put out the 16 mixtapes. You know, because
I
all
mean,
you
but
doing is
still, you still gotta like. Well, I guess back in the day, they really just because they like some people really focused on the quality and making sure they bars was up to par before the whole. Not to take
yeah.
shots at today's artists, because now it's like, hey, you on beat, it don't matter, say whatever and get it done. Versus back then, it's like, and I'm trying to say what thinking Kanye level because you can
But
tell
see, Kanye was in that era too. He was in that era
where he was
when
lyrical
the
and catchy.
as we want to say the MCs were out. He was in that era. He was around those Jay Z's and around those Jada Kisses, around those Nas's. You know what I'm saying? He was around these dudes who can really spit. You know what I'm
But
saying?
you got a song with all these guys, but go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying, but exactly. So I'm saying he knows the music industry. Like I say, like I told you, like I told you off live. Like I say, he's a good businessman. He's good at business, but as a people person, he could definitely go back to class. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. He's been around money so long and generating money so long. All he think is numbers. You know what I'm saying? All he thinks about is numbers. He don't have time for the common man or the empathy side of shit. All he is business, 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 money generating, money coming, money going. You know what I'm saying? Like
Most
Jay-Z said
definitely.
it best. I'm not a businessman. I'm a business man.
I mean, handle
And
my business. Damn. Yeah.
exactly. And that's the mode Ye is in. He's like, I'm not in business. I am a business. You know what I'm saying? I'm a walking business, and you guys gonna treat me like it. You
Yeah.
know, that's
Most
how I
definitely.
feel. That's how I feel deep down. That's what he feels. You know what I'm saying? He feels like he's put his work in. He put the time in where he should be able to sit in these meetings and sit at these tables with and rub elbows with these certain people, but they won't give him that play. And and you gotta understand, yeah, that these people, like, at the end of the day, you can have $1 billion or 400 million, whatever money, but at the end of the day, you're still just you're still just a customer to them too.
Yeah. That's a actually, man. Let me make some noise for that, man. That's a fact, man.
Hey man,
You know
dunks
what I'm
launcher.
saying? Dunks, man, with the facts, man. Sheesh.
Double. Okay, I
I
appreciate
say,
it. Go
man,
ahead.
preach to him real quick. I just felt like I learned, like, you know what? You right. Like I learned you damn, man. You hey man. And the thing is, I love to play devil's advocate, but that one, like, I felt like I was just getting educated like I was back in school. Like, you know what? You right, man. If you think about it, at the end of the day, he thinks what he's thinking, they're thinking the complete opposite, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you to them, it's like, hey, yeah, you making good money with you because we got you a pretty decent deal while we're low key making more that you don't know about. Because like I said, Yays and stuff, there's so many people that's low key. I'm pretty sure there's somebody richer than Elon Musk and
Oh
what's the
yeah. Like I said, we don't talk about. We gotta think
even
about the
rich.
people who
They don't
who
want to be
go
known.
anonymous,
Yeah, they don't want to be known. You know what I'm saying?
and
And
those are the real rich people. The
yeah,
ones. ones that we don't know about, those are the ones who really got bread.
Yeah, they can move how they want to move. They
Hmm.
comfortable, and you just have to know. You have only way you know. You pretty much either working with them, doing business, and or you are working for them.
And
You
who
know what
knows, that motherfucker at Walmart next to you could be could be that person. You just never know.
I'm saying? Yeah, because you know what I'm saying. They so low key, they don't need all that, or they may have like that. Where it looks like two buddies going to the store, but really one of them he low key undercover security guard. He just not advertised. So they don't need his business out there like that.
Hmm.
But like I said, you get that type of money, you might as well protect yourself, even if nobody don't know who you is until
Hmm.
situations happen. So yeah, but I'm almost positive there's people richer than them. You know what I'm saying? There's still some people who originated a lot of stuff where they don't pass it down generation from generation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course, man. Like I say, he just gotta realize that unless you really just got your own business, you always have a boss. Even if you
Exactly,
own a
bro.
business,
I was
even if
just
you do own a
thinking that.
business, you'll
I
always
was
have a
just
boss.
thinking that, yeah, even if you own a business, you still gotta pay somebody or somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, that's the boss. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you may be, yeah, we this, that, and the third, but if the person over the power company that own the power company overall say, I don't like this guy. Where's he at? Cut his shit off right now. I don't care what they pay. We're gonna find something in the
And,
loophole.
and like
You
I
know what I'm
say,
saying?
you played around with the wrong bosses, and now you pretty much got all your shit cut off.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
you can't direct your anger at a certain person or a certain group of people and
Yeah.
expect things to go your way. Like I say,
Right.
you know,
Well,
like
let's play devil's advocate a little bit. Yay, low key, right? And it's just my opinion and how I feel about it. Gay didn't hesitate to take. He don't when he didn't hesitate to take shots at us, and why us? I mean like us as a race, as in black people. He would say stuff about us like we can say that slavery was a choice, or he's got.
okay, okay, I can okay,
Let me
but
finish though.
about that,
Let me
but
finish though.
about that,
Let me
okay,
finish though. Like when he did that, we were upset, but we like, man, whatever. F this dude, keep it moving, and got over it. And the other people, other people was like, oh, he's talking about his own people, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're used to being, and I'm not trying to play the black card and nothing like that, but our overall as a whole, we've been kicked down from the moment we got brought over here. You know what I'm saying? So I think we just so numb to it and used to it while we see it and we call his ass out, we still keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? But when you do it, like you said, he did it to the wrong group of people. Like we as a
yeah,
people, we're used to it. You know what I'm saying? Which don't make it right. You know what I'm saying?
but
It don't make it
but
right.
was it but like I say, okay, and everybody, like I say, I'm gonna say this, and it is what it is. But was it not a choice? Because you got to think they had hundreds of slaves on these plantations, with maybe like 2 to 3 masters on there. You mean to tell me 100 people can't take over two or three people?
Man, they
The
didn't
only
know.
way, and then who was it? Harriet Tubman. And then what's the other dude? I think his name was like Nate Turner, some shit like that.
Nat Turner.
Nat Turner. They're famous for these slaves because they were two of the ones who thought outside of the box and got out. So that's why we know
It's
them.
so hard to
But you
find
mean, like I
them.
said, you mean tell me 100 people can't overtake 2 to 3 people?
I
They
want a
got
Nat Turner tattoo so freaking bad, but it's hard to find a good image of him. But go
but
ahead.
some. So do you agree though? But was it so? Wait. So you mean tell me 2 to 3 people can hold down 100 people just like they got that much control? Even if
Yeah,
you kill, if you okay, even if it comes to
I
that you
get
guys
what
gotta kill a couple to make it.
I get what you saying, and I agree with you 100%. However, because I've said this 100 times, where I'm like, bro, ain't no way back then that couldn't have been me and my. You know what I'm saying? We see
Well,
one
yeah,
person
yeah,
in the 60
exactly.
bus.
Back then, yeah,
You know how me and you, especially, I know how quick you are to buck. I was like, man, especially when we've been in a when we've been on a 2 versus 1 situation every time. You was always ready. You basically, I'm Dirk, you King Von. You was pretty much always ready to go. And I used to be like, yo, no, man, you got to
man.
chill. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, I get what you're saying, applying it back to that situation where honestly, I've said this too, and a few of my coworkers said, man, you know what? One day if we all just was the actual truth, and it ain't a black or white thing or
Just
no race.
strength in numbers, yeah.
Yeah, strength in numbers, as in if all the workers, this ain't about race, none of that. We ain't talking about that. I'm just saying like us as the regular race, like the middle class, and I guess you say below class, because I'm definitely average. So I say average and the below average. If we was to come together, strengthen numbers, and tell the people at the top that we're paying, and the people at the tip top, like, hey, yo, we on strike, bro, until things get more reasonable, this, that, and the third. I think we would catch attention, but of course, it would take us all
Uh,
to come
I
together.
feel I feel like we probably fall under a dictatorship before we got listened to. Like, okay, you guys don't want to play by the rules we give you, so we'll make our own rules.
I mean, that would be very. I'm very curious how that would go too. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's already starting to fall. They're starting to. I mean, physical, tangible money is pretty much starting to get phased out.
I
So,
mean, we never had. We always, they can keep printing, but it's like I honestly, I
but it's
feel
going to
like
be eventually just phased out to where it's not
I'm gonna
anymore.
keep it
So,
100. I feel like think through this. Think God will made it to this digital world because that physical money, a lot of that shit is off count. I know it's got to be. There's
yeah,
human error.
and a
There's
lot of
human
and
error.
physical money is untraceable at certain times. You know.
Yeah, and then, it used to be a time, and I don't think this is a thing anymore. But my dad told me it used to be a time where all the money that exists that was printed, it had to equal back. It had to be send a
Yeah,
certain amount of gold sitting around somewhere. But I think that shit's so far behind. It's over.
and I feel like that's coming too because a lot of the world's money isn't accounted for. You know.
This is my thing, bro. Like I know this is probably about to sound dumb. It's like, man, if you just keep printing, just print it out for everybody. I mean, because we so in debt from what they tell us. Hell, I don't see how we're gonna ever break out of it.
Hmm.
If we really intend to begin with, you know what I'm saying? And again, I don't want to take it too far into politics because it's not what the channel is about. But you know what I'm saying? Like you can't help but have that stuff cross your mind sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, Let me hit the chat real quick. Rachel says, read that one. Rachel says, I'm on a morph drip, got hit by a driver trying to duck the 12, shaking my head. The stream is much welcome. Oh wow, what happened? So you almost got hit by a drop. Oh wow, you all
Oh,
right?
what?
Rachel
She was
said,
okay,
"I'm on."
but
Yeah, she said, "I'm on a morph drip. Got hit by a driver trying to duck the 12. Shaking my head. The stream is much welcome. So you just got.
so she was trying to duck the cops and got end up getting in an accident.
Oh wow, yo, you good?
She said trying to duck 12. There's 12 right there.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Um,
hope you are okay, Rachel.
Yeah, for real. If we reading this right, I'm not make sure I'm not tripping. Kwame says, "Damn, Rachel, hope you okay." Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Kanye time is
Yo.
up from Deacon. Rachel says, "Kwame, yeah, my neck is messed up, but the
Ah,
Meg got me in the sky." Oh wow,
yo, prayers out to Rachel, man.
most
Everybody,
definitely,
prayers out to Rachel,
Rachel.
man. We can't,
Rachel. And also, and you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The playback I'm gonna leave the video up if we don't get taken down, man. I don't y'all
yo,
don't hurt
yo,
y'all.
this video for Rachel, man. This stream is for Rachel, man.
Most
Everybody
definitely.
pray for
Damn.
Rachel, man. I hope she's okay.
Dang, yo. God damn. Y'all should have spammed that joint so it would have caught my attention because we definitely zoned out. Shit. My bad, man.
Yeah.
Manny says you're going to be talking to Ye later, Rachel. Oh, because she got the meds coming in. Rachel says, so this is my unrelated, but I live in a white area, so some write inward on my elevator and the permanent marker. Ye filtrate this racism. I mean, it's not all him. He's not helping the situation at all. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he I ain't gonna say he did it by himself because Dunks brought up a particular individual name that had me on looking at him sideways. But it is what it is. I think a lot. I get what Dunks was trying to say, but it is what it is. Rachel says, "I've been here 8 years and one express that before. Yay, crazy." But I mean, I think Rachel, I think you're in the ATL, and that's pretty much
Wait, is she from New York? No, it's Karen.
that's Karen. Rachel in the ATL, and I think basically right, and I don't know right, but ATL is an upgraded version, and not by much, but it's basically an upgraded version from what me and Dunks grew up from. You know what I'm saying? So that's not saying much either. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't have our fair share of racist stuff in general in our
Right.
area. You know what I'm saying? Dunks have had to pull me out of a couple situations where it's like, yo, they don't really rock with you like you. You know what I'm saying? I don't had to get a talking to where I was trying to be on some cool shit. You know what I'm saying? You and my mom used to put me on that game. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah,
glad.
man. I mean, I wasn't trying to do anything to hurt you or harm you, but I was just telling you, hey, they your friends in your face, but we all know what's up with them for real, man. You know, at
Yeah.
the end of the day, who gonna catch the trouble? You or them?
Yep. And that's what my family used to tell me. You know what I'm saying? So,
All y'all
Rachel,
motherfuckers could be in the car together, but I guarantee you the one that's stepping out.
most definitely. Rachel says, at Manny, laugh my ass off. If I see Ye, I'm Will Smith and slapping. Oh,
I mean,
wow.
I should have in my dream.
Oh, God, man. Ducks in this dream, man. I'm glad you probably never gonna have that joint again. That's the sad part.
Nah, man, I've been trying to dream that again. Been trying to get the follow up, but
You can't
it hasn't
control that.
happened.
Yeah, you can't control that, bro.
Yeah, I was
Um,
just I was some good cushion alcohol that night.
Most definitely. We know. Paris Mills says, grab them Joe Fresh Goods 993 here in Baltimore. They are a must have. That's what's up, homie. Congrats on a
Yeesh.
W.
What's the 993s? Because New Balance got so many numbers, man.
Yeah. I'll see if I can pull them up because I know they did like a little different colorway. It's a Joe Fresh because they just did a collab. Let me see
But
if I
Joe
can.
Fresh Goods, he does like those running ones, the ones that look like running New Balances. He don't do like the which ones? What are they? The 550s?
Yeah, he don't go. Yeah, he don't do those joints. But yeah, they did like a little color pack like this right here. I'm pretty sure this is what he's talking about. I did a video on it. I want to say last week. Let me share my screen real quick. Y'all bear with the kid. Boom. I think he's talking about these guys. So that's it. They ain't bad. I did a video on them not too long ago. I think they dropped last week, so he probably picked those joints up because I don't know if they did it. Yeah, he said yeah, grab them. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure this is what he was referring to. There's a pink joint, a little bluish joint, and a greenish joint. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. New Balance, I always just look at it as like, I'm not saying they're not comfortable. Every time I get one, I just feel like I'll be working out in the joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and those are the pair I'm talking about, the ones that look like running shoes.
Yeah, they look like workout joints, and I'm like, workout runnings. And again, nothing wrong with that. But I even when I did the video, I was like, if I grab a pair, I'm probably going. That's what I probably need to do for the gym. You know what I'm saying? That's what
Yep,
I was
but
thinking.
I don't see why you would pay upwards to $400 because you know this is gonna go to, you
Nah,
know.
I get y'all. Nah, I need retail, and like I said, if I can't get them for retail, I probably won't recheck for them. But that's just
Mhm.
me. Let's see. Rachel says, I need those starfish ones bad. Fingers crossed. Hopefully you catch that W, Rachel, for real. And they drop tomorrow. I'm almost positive, right? Um,
Really,
Kwame
those
says
starfish? I don't got my phone.
they're the Jordan 1 starfish. It looks
Oh,
like a shattered
yeah,
back.
yeah, I know which ones they are.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, I rather I rather take the starfish lows. And I don't even
No.
like lows. I don't even like I don't like none of the one lows. None of them. None of them.
Yeah.
None of the one lows. But let me take that back. I retract. I'll take the bread toe ones lows, and I'll take those starfish lows.
I guess I'm just only lows I got is Travis's, man. I'll be
Yeah,
honest.
I get it, but oh, also which those I can't think of the name of them. But they just recently came out. The Jordan ones. They're all black, but they look kind of like foam almost. You know what I'm talking about?
You talking about the off-white spin-off joint?
They're like black and kind of like a grayish color. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
and then
talking?
they cut the tongue off to give that off-white hit or whatever.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we talking about the same show. I forgot the name of those, but yeah, I guess.
I
Yeah,
I really like those too.
I'll let you have them.
I slept on it when I was on sneakers. Should have
Yeah, I
tried to
don't
go
think
for
they
them.
even if they sold out,
But
they
yes,
took a little minute. You know what I'm saying? I think they
nah.
took
I mean, people saying like from what I see, everybody well, everybody here that I know and see, they're using them as like just beaters, you know?
Yeah, good like beater, like ain't nothing to write home about, but it's still a nice shoe overall.
Yeah.
Got you. Let's see. Let me hit the chat real quick. Let me hit the chat. Let's see. Kwame says everything Ye saying resonates with a certain YT people and not the ones who want to be associated with it. Yep, that's true. Breezy says speedy recovery at Rachel. Rachel says at Breezy thanks fam. Yeah, I hope speedy recovery as well, Rachel,
Yep.
man.
Sure, Rachel. I hope you get out of this, man. I mean, well, clearly you're okay because you're typing, but still, you don't want that neck injury, you know?
Most definitely, man. You don't want to be stiff. I remember my joint was stiff one time, bro. When I
Pause.
when I when I got to the chiropractor, when he got through like popping my neck and pause,
Crack.
you know, yeah, pause. But once he got me back situated, pause. I could have kissed that man. I was like, thank God.
Yo, pause, pause, pause,
I said
pause.
pause.
Red
I said
flags.
pause.
Red
I
flags.
said that.
Man.
I said pause. I
I
said
can
that.
kiss that man. God damn. God damn. You was fucking happy, motherfucker. Shit.
I was like looking like this and
That
shit.
motherfucker wasn't
I,
fucking
I was like this and this
step on
motherfucker.
your shit and crack that shit or some
Yeah.
shit. God damn.
Even when he got through, he was saying, "Hey, you all right? Eat." You know, they don't normally say that. Like,
Damn,
yo, you
motherfucker. Damn.
good? I said, yes. Like I could
You
finally,
must have fucking put a bullet through your back and fucking crack that shit or something, man.
hell yeah, man. I did something wrong in the gym, like not even on no heavyweight shit, but I think I got so like I be the music I be listening to sometimes get me so hype. I guess I just grabbed the shit too fast and locked my shit. I was like, God damn, I was hurt, man. Ain't gonna lie, I was hurting, man. Shit, I was hurting. Um, Manny says, I'm dead. Yeezy Skechers from Deacon says Yeezy shape ups for sure. Oh God, from Kwame. Let's see. Rachel says Yeezy slash Hoka. I don't think I think that's another like running shoe. I don't think that's gonna be a thing. But don't quote me on that, but I'm almost positive because I think only
Who?
reason Hoka, like Hoka. Am I saying that right?
Why don't you try to go to Asics?
I mean, that's another running shoe though, bro.
Adidas is a running shoe.
All right, I'll
Where
give
else
you that.
can you, where else can you really go? He can't go to. He definitely can't go back to Nike.
Oh hell no, man.
So
You
where can you
know,
really go? All you really got is like Asics, Skechers, Reebok, New
yeah.
Balance.
Kwame even says no way Nike take him back. Jeremy Johnson says, "Yo, what's good? What up, Jeremy?"
Yo,
Um, Rachel says Kwame Nike don't need Ye that bad. He get in the flipping tables. That is true. Rachel says no echo. Cool. Appreciate it, Rachel, for confirming. Manny says few fire collabs with New Balance and Nike. Ye definitely bounce back and he own products. Um, I don't know it's gonna be that easy. The thing is that no company wants to touch his ass right now because they're gonna if you the thing is he gonna have to let it cool off, bro. Because if he don't think about it, any new company that pick him up, it's like, oh, so you agree with him? Nah, we just we gonna do business with him. Nah, you if you pick him up saying he agreed, you know what I'm saying? He
hmm
gonna have to go. He gonna have to do that apology tour first, bro. I don't know if Ye's gonna actually do it or not, but again, who knows where we're at with this? You know what I'm saying? Um, let's see. Manny with the kick says, "What's on feet chat?" Most definitely. Today because I was in the office physically. I had the Nike SB Dunks Grateful Dead yellow joints.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, most definitely couldn't tell me nothing. So much so, one of the dudes in my building, he pointed it out. He was like, "Yo." He pointed out here, I got a green pair. I ain't put them on yet. He showed me a picture of his green pair. And I'm like, why ain't just wear them? You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Some people just get them and hold them, I guess. What do you have on feet today?
Uh, I was at work, so just the same old work shoes, man.
Got you. So you had the Van joints?
Just the Vans, man. Trusty, dusty Vans.
Okay, cool. Ain't trying to mess up the good things. I got you.
Oh yeah,
Um,
nah. I'm at work 24/7.
most definitely. Rachel says Nike Pandas my beaters. Okay. I that's a good beater though. Rachel says it was raining, so I couldn't wear suede. Yep. I was debating, but the rain had cleared up, so I had on that. I don't know if we can say the Grateful Dead just swayed all the way because of that furry stuff, but I mean, hey, it did its thing. It worked out for me. Manny says New Balance 2022 R Protection Pack Rain Cloud. Okay, okay, Manny. Rachel says I
Nah.
hit those skate like a girl SBs. I may get lucky on the starfish. Dang, Rachel got some. I know, Rachel. I want to see your collection for real.
You know
I
what I'm
know you
saying?
got.
Yeah, I remember remember you hit me. I hit you up about the Famus and the skate like a girls. Remember?
Yeah,
And you were like, nah. And they like, you going for them? I was like, nah, man. I'm just not feeling that corduroy shit.
yeah. I mean, but it's still. I think it was dope for the ladies though. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
and
saying?
I mean, what I do like about it though is the upside down Nike sign they got on the tongue. That's pretty unique.
Who do we owe that to? Dennis Rodman and Travis.
What's that?
The upside down Nike check. Who do we owe the? Who gets the official credit?
Well,
Nike.
his is backwards. His is backwards.
Yeah, but they both was backwards though.
The skate like a girls is upside down on the tongue. It's like
Oh, okay. So that
the
we
little
okay. So
Nike.
they in a different category then.
Yeah, Travis is like this,
And
and
so is
the
Dennis.
skate like a girl
Yeah.
is just upside down like that.
Okay. So okay, cool. All right, cool. I'll accept the feet. That means they don't get the full credit. Got you. Got you. Got you. Got you. Got you. Let's see. Let me hit the chat real quick. Key to the City says, "What's up, everyone? Long time I hit on the Halloween dunks. Hibbits, that's what's up, homie. Congrats on the W,
Yo,
man.
congrats, Keys.
Most definitely, man. Let me make a little noise for you real quick. You know what I'm saying? Congrats, homie. Most definitely. Jay Brooks says, "What's good, sneaker fan? What's up, Jeremy and Dunks? What up, Jay Brooks?
Yo, what's going on, Jay?
Most definitely." Rachel says, "At key fire the Dunks or the key at key fire. Okay, at key fire the dunk or the force. As I'm assuming you're comparing like dunks to Air Force Ones." Deacon says Brooks 100. Jay Brooks says wore my yellow toe ones today to go with the Wu Tang hoodie. So okay, sounds like you had it dripped out, homie. Manny says, "Key, congrats." Brooks from Manny says he gives a salute. Looks like that what that is. Manny with the kick says, "Congrats, skate like a girl." SB Rachel. Breeze in the South says, nice pickup, Key and Rachel. Most definitely. Kwame
Oh
says,
yeah.
"Those skate like a girl dunks are fire." Okay. You know what I'm saying? Breeze in the South says, "I rocked my fragment lows for a few hours and worked out in the 450s." Okay. That's
Ooh,
what's up.
okay.
Switch it up, double up on them, Breeze.
Fragment lows, man. God, I love a
Sheesh.
girl and some Travises, man.
Most definitely, man. That's definitely dope, man. Sheesh. Craig, I got I'm gonna make some noise for that, man. I gotta, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? You gotta
got
read
you.
that back choice, man. I made some noise for that. Gotta make some noise for that. Make some noise. Let's see. Minimum Kick says Breeze and Fire, most definitely. Noel says folks still believe Jordan invests in prisons. I don't know. You know, it's kind of one of those, it's always kind of been
Why would
out
you
there.
not? Is he's like one of those things where he's just doing it so long that it's just a thing now.
You
Like
know,
his money time.
I don't know, but I know Jordan definitely. I think he definitely got in his head just to chill and be quiet. So you know what I'm saying. He definitely been on that take. Um, Kwame says
Well,
I
we
wore.
saw how he was at the what was it, the 25, that little the anniversary they had when everybody got their jackets. Jordan was fucking lit. He was drunk as fuck. He was over there hugging on everybody, talking shit. Who he bet? He bet somebody. Johnson. He told Johnson. He said, He said, I got my shoes in $10,000 right now.
Oh God!
Yeah, nah, just watch it. Watch it
I
after
need
the
to watch
live.
that shit.
Go on YouTube, look up that 25 anniversary, and see how Jordan was acting. That motherfucker was drunk.
If I don't look it up, make sure you text me that joint, man.
Oh, for sure, for sure. You gotta watch this, man. You gonna get some laughs off for sure.
Yeah, I need that
And
shit.
anybody who has seen it, they know what I'm talking about. How Jordan was acting at that ceremony. That motherfucker was on one.
Out of it, huh?
Oh yeah.
Sheesh. Kwame says I wore some Air Max 95 beaters on my dirt bike. Okay, Kwame having a good
Ooh,
little
nice.
field
Okay,
day.
dirt bike today, huh?
Most definitely. Okay. Sheesh, man.
Man,
So
I like to we got a couple of dunes out here, man. Jordan actually wants a dirt bike,
I
but
wanted a dirt bike so bad growing up,
I'm
bro.
not ready to get him one yet, like I say. But out here, We the desert. We got a lot of dunes. So it's really opportunity to hit some. To get some air out there.
Man, let us start small, but I understand like the power and the danger behind it. And
Yeah,
you
nah.
know, I'm gonna just say this: like, at Jordan
Shouts
age,
out to you though, Kami man. I can't. I'm not getting no dirt bike no time soon. But hey,
I would get on one, no cap. I would get on one.
I mean, I would too. But I mean, this motherfucker, you
I
know.
don't care, man. See, that's why you need to come. You need to come to my dad crib, man, with me one time. The 3 4 wheelers. I ain't gonna say they on the level of the dirt bikes, but they're like a nice runner up. And you know where we grew up from, like in my daddy area, hell, it's shit. You put it's endless amount of ride time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you definitely should try. If you don't want to do dirt bikes, you gotta do the 4 wheelers. ATVs for everybody else who don't really. Well, we say 4 wheelers where we from, but it's ATVs. You know what we call them. So, but yeah, you definitely got to get into that for sure, man. But I mean, hey, ain't gonna hurt to let them try it out. But like I was gonna say, like if Jordan like us when we was growing up, hell with shit we was doing just no fear and didn't even realize it. You know what I'm saying?
I think just kids in general, man.
Yeah, just kids
I
in
seen this
general.
one video where these kids, they literally were holding baby raccoons. They were holding baby raccoons, and the dude in the video was like, "Yo, you guys gonna get ate up when the moms find out." Like they were holding the little baby raccoons like a fucking kitten or some shit. Like the little girl had one. Then
Not
out
even
of nowhere,
thinking
the
about
brother
it.
out of nowhere, the little brother comes up with one. You're like, what? When the mom finds y'all, she gonna fucking eat y'all face off, motherfucker.
Hey, they ain't even thinking about. They ain't even think that
This
deep.
is
They
like
just
kids no fear, man. They picking up fucking raccoons who holds who have a number of diseases,
right.
rabies, all that stuff.
Yeah. See, but they ain't that deep into it like us.
Yeah, they just see it as a cute little tiny little pet.
Basically.
But trust me, it's not a pet at all.
Depending on who you asking, bruh.
Shit, yes.
But I agree. I agree with you personally. But like I said, it just depends on who you asking. Manny says Kwame fire. Deacon says there's another good interview with Kanye and Lex Fredman. Says check it out when y'all get a chance. Okay, most definitely.
For sure, yeah.
Ed Rodman says Kanye West's apology isn't even worth repeating his demands. Manny with a kick says I peeped that Deacon very interesting interview. Okay, I might check that out. Um, Gordon G says, hopefully Ye can get the manufacturing and warehouse in place. He can sell the shoes direct to customer through his own websites and really build his own brand. I mean, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? He got to get the money. I mean, I'm
But
not saying he don't got it.
we've seen but we've all seen the horror stories that can come from direct to customer shipping. Like I say, I sent you the video on ASSC the other day. Remember?
Yeah, yeah,
And you see how he fucking plummeted because of ship direct to customer. For one, well, that was the big part that played into it. On top of his lack of care for customer service, and for anybody that don't know, I'm talking about Antisocial Social Club. How he was on top at one point and then he fell hard. And then, like I said, that just comes from that lack of care, that lack of customer care, lack of caring about your product and caring about who gets it, where it goes to. If you just in the game to just try to get as rich as you can, as fast as you can, then yeah, for a while you may find some success, but I guarantee you that success is going to come to a stop faster than you found it.
true.
And that's I feel like with those type of situations, there's always a horror story behind it. When you try to take the more independent route and say, "I'm gonna cut out the middleman." Sometimes the middleman is necessary, very necessary.
Yeah, because
Until
they
you
got
can
to
build
make
your
sure.
own art, till you can build it enough to where you can stand on your own. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it never happens,
Right.
but for the few lucky ones that it does happen with, don't take advantage of it.
Most definitely, most definitely. Like sometimes it's okay to have distributors and stuff like that. A distribute. To take care of that. Why
Speaking
you
of which, have you ever owned any? Do you have any antisocial social club?
No, sir, I do not.
Anybody in the chat have any antisocial social club? Are you still waiting to get stuff from antisocial social
Because the
club? Because
video you
what I
sent me
hear,
like that stuff
what I
is
hear, there's still
waiting on
pending
order.
shipments.
Yeah, and that low key, that kind of remind
By the way,
me.
that guy is very very strange. Like I say, I've read up and heard about him even outside of antisocial social club, and uh he's just as strange outside of the brand as he is inside the brand.
So he basically created a
He's
brand.
just he's just the, it's just him as a person. It's not even got anything to do with the brand. It's just him as a person. He's very weird guy, very strange guy.
Very different. Got you. Which hence why he would create the brand antisocial, because maybe
Well,
that's what.
he started for his girlfriend that broke up with him.
Yeah. So yeah, makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, he just wasn't a businessman, and
He just
whenever
got off. He just lucked up and got up on and lucked up on Photoshop. It's literally how it happened.
he lucked up,
He
and
wrote
then
some
whenever
words, he wrote some words and edited it a
it's one
little,
of
and it
those
took off.
where his
And because of Ye, Ye is the one who made Antisocial Club take off.
yeah, because he
Ye is
wore
the
it.
one who brought it into the light. Yeah,
Yeah, it's just one of those, like, the guy didn't. It took off probably overnight before he realized it, and he blinked his eye before he know it. He had too much on his hands before he could realize it.
yeah. He couldn't. You got to think when you go from last week, you only had 10 orders. Then the next week, you see, like I say, Ye in the hoodie. Now you got 10,000 orders. When just last week you only shipped 10 things out. Now this week you got to ship 10,000 things out. How do you think somebody's going to be able to manage that fast? You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah,
get it. That happened, the success and the numbers came at him like that. You know, I get it, but that's the type, as a business, that's the type of stuff you should be prepared for. That's the type of stuff. That's the type of traction that you want.
yeah, but
You know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
you got at the same time. I don't think there's no way you can truly be 100% prepared, because if you go off of, like, all right,
Cause you,
cool, you don't know if your business is going to take off or not. Do you really want to have a X amount on stock? So you probably wait till you get those orders, and then you got to take that. Now you got. But either way, you're going to be in a rock and a hard place. If you're ahead of the game and stuff never sells, you're losing money. If you aren't ready for that huge order, and now you got it. Now it's like, dang, I went from making 10 shirts a week to 10,000. I really need some help. I'm gonna have to find another better way to product this.
yeah, because the same 3 people you were using before,
Not
they
enough.
can't push out 10,000 shirts. You know, I
Yeah,
mean, 20 shirts is probably a work shift. Is probably a whole shift for them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Printing 20, 25, 30 shirts. That's probably their whole work day. Now you bumping them up to now. I need you to make 3,000 shirts today. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And that's where it came in. They said the quality wasn't there. The timing of the shipments wasn't there. And like I said, you gotta think when the man probably only had 3 people screen printing.
yeah. And you do
So
the
and
little
they
if
just
it's
they
a
good
press,
screen
yeah,
printing doing the whole little squeezy shit, squeezy
yeah, that shit,
or that
yeah,
press, the heat press.
yeah,
Like
yeah. It's
still no
cool.
way to physically get 3,000 shirts done by one person in one day.
Yeah, I mean, you could do it, but
And if I do,
that's
and if you
all you could be
do,
doing for the day.
yeah, and if you do, they're not gonna all be 100%.
Yeah, you gonna get tired.
You're gonna get some of them 10% shirts in there, some of those 25%. They're not all gonna be quality approved.
Yeah,
But he was just shipping them all out just to get the orders out, and people they started complaining, and that was his downfall. They say he could have been up there with the Chrome Hearts and the Palm Angels and all these streetwear brands, the Diamonds and all these streetwear brands. He could have been up there had he just taken better care of his business. And that's how I feel. Like I say, tying back into Kanye, with his mental state right now, I feel like that he just wants to prove something. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
He feels like he won't like it'll. I feel like it'll possibly work out because it's Ye and he does have a better reputation and a better following, so people will expect the quality because they know what he can produce, and they'll expect the quality, expect the timely shipping. Uh, but I just don't want him to fall by the wayside with that type of stuff because he don't deal with that. All he is the idea man.
Yeah, true. Definitely an idea person. Let me touch the chat. One of the mods, get that one joint out of there that just posted in there. Get it up out of there. Get it up out of there. Let me hit the chat real quick. Um, yeah, y'all go ahead and get that joint. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Y'all get that joint up out of there. Appreciate that. Um, let's see. Let's see. Deacon, there we no, I left off on read that one. Yeah, I read that one. So Deacon says, facts, Manny 100. Manny says, I hope so. Gordon, Kodak, Black Voice. I'm going to skip on the Lost and Founds extra pair, waiting on those Air Jordan 185 Pandas and Air Jordan 1 Spider Man 2023s. Um,
Oh,
I'm not impressed with the Spider Man
me
2023.
either. Me either. Not
The
at
reverse,
all.
it's
At
basically the
all.
reverse. I'm sorry, they did too good a
I'm
job
not
on
feeling
this.
that spider web they put in the middle.
I ain't even had once I saw it was reversed, I didn't even look at the rest of the detail. So, matter of fact, I'll try to see if I can find that on screen for everybody because that's something like we probably should look at. I don't know if everybody know about that, but the reverse Spider-Mans, which at this point, I know at this point, if you watch my channel, you got to watch all the bigger ones too. Let me see if I can find that joint real quick because yeah, I'm glad. See, this is like some stuff I feel like we do go back and forth on dunks, but this one we both agree on. Yeah, this is I'm just not impressed. You know what I mean? It's the first one, we were just, it's crazy. We was just talking about the first one, and they hit us with a reverse joint. And I think this is it right here. Oh, because I ain't even noticed this until you just said it because they got a spider web on the toe area and on the side. That joint, this is it. Yeah. Um, I don't know. Had they probably not hit that spider web on it, we could have easily said this is the bread Spider-Man's. You know what I mean? The web is a bit much, right?
Yeah.
The web is just a bit much on the toe and on the side and on the heel. It's not bad, but it's like it ain't nothing crazy, man. I didn't even know they had some blue joints. Are these already a thing or I didn't know this was a thing. They had some blue joints. Crazy. Interesting. And then we got the regular ones. The regular ones, I just feel like they did the Chicago theme ones. That's the best one. They did it right. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely the better ones of the two. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not really geeked about the 2023s. Um, let's see. I'm here to chat again. Deacon says StockX top 10 sold shoes have been Yeezy since the end of the deal. Prices went up. And the pandas. So I mean, they went up a little bit, but nothing crazy, Deacon. But I feel they're probably gonna go up over time a little bit. And that's because of the resellers are trying to really push it now. Manny with the kick says, I sold my bone slides. That's what's up. Deacon says, Turtle Dubs and Wave Runners. Manny with the kick says, yes, sir. Deacon J. Brooks says, we need A6 by Kodak. um, I don't think Kodak design. I don't know. I don't know if Kodak ready for some sneakers. Um, Brooks walk from Manny with the Kicks got it from the song. Jay Brooks laughing. Jay Brooks says Super Gremlin Green. I mean, we got the names, but I mean, can he really put together a fire design? You know what I'm saying? Um, Jay Brooks says it really ain't safe for you. Manny with the Kick says Adidas going to release those Boots Jones as Adidas B 1064. Nah, I want the Yeezy brand. That's the thing. If it ain't gonna be Yeezy supported, you know what I mean, I can't really count it. I don't care how accurate they get to the joint. I'm not gonna be able to physically count it. You know what I'm saying? If that's not Yeezy approved to me. But I feel you though. Tyson Carter says boldly James is better 227. Spanky 1914 says, yep, Slave created it. Told you. Jack Daniels done, I told you. He is the originator, but he don't get they just now started putting it out there. Deacon Oriana says Manny told me MK got his lost and founds. Okay, that's what's up. Um, Tyson says, Jeremy, you need to listen to West Side Gun. I'll check it out for real. Is that like a podcast or some music or what is it? Like
That's Griselda, West Side Gun. Who was it? West Side Gun, Benny the Butcher,
oh, okay, so some music or
and
some music.
what's the other brother name? West Side, Benny the Butcher, and Conway the Machine.
See, I only heard of Benny the Butcher. I never heard of West Side Gun. And not
Yeah.
taking shots at him, I just never, you know what I'm saying? I really be in my zone, you know.
West Side Gun is actually, yes, he's right. He's right. West Side, because West Side Gun is a big sneakerhead
Oh, okay.
and
Okay.
big fashion head. So,
Interesting. I need to check it out. I need
but
to
he's
check
one
it
of
out.
those gaudy. What is it? How you say it? Gaudy and flashy types. You know,
Yo, he's shining when the light hit him.
like where if he's wearing something, everything is Balenciaga type shit. You know,
Got you.
but still
Got
very stylish guy.
you. Got you. Rachel says, my granddad used to make moonshine in the bathtub, and
God damn,
white man stole it and changed the name to White Lightning. Didn't get no profit. Damn,
damn
that's
man,
a lot of stories out there. Yeah, you
you
could
guys should be
easily,
getting your reparations on that.
most definitely. And like I said, so many things we could put out there, man. And yeah, so and I believe you. I believe you all the way. I'm not,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Tyson says, I try all of this man. I'm tired of all this mainstream shit. Yeah, I mean, I feel you on that. Manny says, sheesh, Rachel, that's wild. Tyson says, people need to stop smearing their ears with shit. Gordon G says, let's get Ye on Sold Out. I
Yo,
mean, that would be dope.
hey,
But
make the call.
yeah, that would be dope if I can make the call and it was that simple. But if I got Ye on this joint, man, I'll be honest. If he got on one of them tangents, I'm cutting his ass off. And when I say cutting him
Nah,
off,
man, let him
no,
go.
no, let me finish. I ain't gonna cut him out of the stream and kick him off. I mean, I'm gonna cut him out like, hey, hold on, wait. You know what I'm saying? Hey, clarify what you mean. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like other people have tried that and you just don't have no success when he's in that
Man, if
mode. So
he
I
was on
don't
this
know.
show, if he was on here, I need to get my answers first because I got some unanswered questions.
You got to start with the off rip. I'm gonna let you. I'll let you start it up. I'll let you just open it, join up because I'm like, you had the dream. You know where you, especially like if
I
you
know
had.
where we left off.
Yeah, I know where we left off. I'm starting. I would just be. I would be a spectator where I'm just like, I would be DJ Envy, what he is to the Breakfast Club, where people like, he's the out of the three, he's always the one that's like, bro, you ask the same question no matter who it is. I don't even. You can't really count. You know what I'm saying? Like for the people that don't know what got you, blah blah. It's like clearly, if we know about them and they're on your show, they're somewhat successful. Like, bro, come on, man. You know, not taking away from Envy though. But just saying, people be going in on
Yeah.
him. Um, let's see. Let's see. Rachel says, let's see. Moonshiners come from Kentucky, Tennessee areas because blacks were too poor to buy liquor. So the whites that had money watched, learned, and stole it. Now it's the real theft. Yep, that's a fact. That's kind of what happened with the Jack Daniels joint. He basically gave them the game, and they want him to make more of the shit, but obviously he didn't get his name attached to it the way, again, back then it was no paperwork, so I mean, how could he really? And especially during, what I'm saying? We can go on a
Yeah.
different rabbit hole about that. Behind that, Ray says, at Gordon says he would get roasted like a chicken on here. I mean, I know Rachel would go in. Man with the kicks. Tyson says Rock Marciano deserves more than fucking Drake or fucking Uzi, a fucking vampire who loves to suck dick. Damn, dude, you going in? Hopefully I said that name right. Spanky says I saw somewhere that Yeezy bought in like 1.5 to 2 billion a year. I believe it. I believe it. I'm not surprised.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying. And to be honest, I'm pretty sure all those networks that we know about that you can Google, it's just a ballpark figure. It's either they're all the way right or they're they're pretty much off. So I mean, it's 50-50, man. Because thing is, like, those people not finna tell you exactly what's in their bank accounts, and you know what I'm saying. They're from the outside looking in, making rough estimates. Where it's like, okay, cool, we don't know that he got this, but if he got this, he has to have this. Don't mean they got it, you know. Um, Rachel says it's not the same profit. Let's see. Rachel says, but I heard that those numbers Ye said on only account for release dates. So otherwise, when a Yeezy not dropping on a day, okay, got you. Let's see. Rachel says, I'm not. It's not the same profit every single day. I mean, I got you. Yeah, it's gonna vary from week to week, month to month. Spanky says Bad Bunny doesn't hold a candle next to Ye.
Exactly.
Deacon says these only one there's only one Kanye. Spanky says JA still won't do the number Ye did. Exactly. Let's see. Society loves a bad guy. Kanye was that guy, just saying. Yeah. Say goodnight to the bad guy though. You know what I'm saying? Scarface. But yeah, people love the people that kind of go against the grain, but you don't want to go, you can't go too far. But I mean, how far is too far? You know? Manu Kick says Skateboy P can compete if the team up with Joe Fresh Goods. Let's see. You talking about for real? Let's see. Deacon says facts. Spanky. Deacon says Kanye is in a class of his own. That's a fact. Facts. Deacon from Manny. Deacon says dunks with the sermon. Yes, Sersky, man. He preached our funeral today, man. No pun intended, but just saying. But he was speaking some real shit though. That's why I had to let Dunks just have the floor, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when your brother on, you just let him. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't care who the one or the two, but if you on and you shooting and you killing the game, I gotta let you. You know what I'm saying? All I can do is assist. You know what I'm saying? So salutes to Dunks, man. That's why I had to
Appreciate
make
it.
some noise earlier, man. Um, let's see. Spanker says he did apologize for how he made people feel with his statement, but not for what he said. Yeah, I saw that as well. Jay Brooks says, I think AB has done drink champs. Okay. I don't remember if he did
Yeah,
or
that's
not.
what I'm saying. I think he has.
I don't even remember. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I was wrong. My bad, guys. Melly Mel says, why Gay ain't get canceled when he was talking about black people, but as soon as he gets to saying something about white people, he gets banned. I mean, we are
You know
canceled.
the answer to that. You already know the
I'm
answer.
about to say, man, Melly Mel, you already know the answer to that, man. We kind of addressed that earlier too, but you already know the answer. You know what I'm saying? Don't make it right though. Like, not saying you're not right for what you're thinking, but I'm saying it don't make it's not a cool, no matter how you look at it, who's in the seat is not cool. You know what I'm saying? Um Spanky says moral of the story is no matter how high you climb the ladder, you still second class. Um there's some truth that lies in that statement. Manny
What he
says,
say? He said. He even said in his songs. He said even if you wanna. What he say? If you what he say on his song?
even if you in the bins, you still a
Yeah,
you know what? You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
That's what I was trying to think of. Yeah.
Yeah, even if you in the bins, you still a
So you
N-word.
just in a Honda if you even if you in a Benz.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's still not gonna put you all the way where you want to be. Manny says BS sells Gordon G with the sounds. Jeremy says Dunks is on one tonight, but he was speaking that truth though. He's speaking that truth. Melly Mel says I'm trying to see if the chat gets some love. LOL. Let's see. Kwame says I'll miss the 350 someday. They are comfy shoe. They're most definitely a comfy shoe, man. You know what I'm saying? I got to give them that comfort levels there. Melly Mel says 350 is cold though. I'm keeping my most. I'm not getting. That's one thing I'm not gonna do. My Yeezys, I got. I worked too hard to get them things, man. Y'all ain't heard me get on here and say, "Hey, man, I'm gonna sell all my stock." Or I seen somebody posting a video where they burning their. I ain't burning nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I ain't. I'm. It's bothering me, and I feel something. Not that deep though. Hey, you gotta. I burn like a white. Something else. White T-shirt or something. I ain't. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still
Oh
gonna
yeah.
rock my joints too. Hell, the average person that unless you in the game, you don't know. Hell, you know what I'm saying? Um, and ain't nobody finna say nothing to you unless they're just. I mean, I doubt they're gonna say something that to you. You know what I'm saying? Um, Let's see. Melly Mel says, my wife talking about she sell no, don't do it. You finna stop her. Kwame says, a few weeks ago, I sold all my DS dead stock Yeezys except the knit runner. Okay. LOL from Manny says, Breeze in the South says, I'm keeping all my Yeezys so comfortably. Wow, Kwame, Spanky, that's from Breeze in the South says, Spanky says, I'm keeping all my Yeezys on me too. Manny says, same here. Breezing, Kwame says, I'm keeping the pairs I wore already. I don't know what I'll do with the knit runner. Melamel says, I'm not buying the Adidas 350s without the Yeezy main. I'm assuming you mean name. Can't do it. Dunks will remain top on the list. I love them. Melly Mel says if Yeezy doesn't bounce back, nobody can compete with Jordan. That is true. That's an angle Ye was thinking as well. Like who else gonna be able to battle with him? Because him and Travis on the same team. You know what I'm saying? It almost will make. I think they're gonna have to at some point. Ye gonna have to do. It's gonna have to be a give and take because Nike gonna take over and it's gonna be a monopoly, and that's technically not supposed to be legal. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't be no, it ain't gonna have no competition. They gotta have a little bit of competition, and we said it best. Yeezys have always been that. If anybody's ever close, as you know, we got to give Kanye his flowers. Anybody that's ever close to it is gonna be that. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep it 100, the closest thing you're gonna get to it. Mama said, he says, my Bad Bunny. I like his shoes. They nice, but you know, like they ain't and I ain't saying Bad Bunny ain't doing his numbers and doing things right, but he, you know, the sneaker game that's different. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it's different. Jay Brooks says Kanye produced songs for Jay-Z back in 2020 or 2001 on the Blueprint. Ye debut was in 2004. He was in the game a decade deep, even before the first Air Yeezy. Yeah, he don't put we ain't taking away from the work. We know he don't put the work in. You know what I'm saying? Kwame says I wear other stuff too, but Nike always king. Melly Mel says Bad Bunny ain't put out like and like haven't put out like yeah. Jay Brooks says not just 7 years. Yay. Okay, yeah, he haven't put out like yay. Yay had a good run. I mean, he gonna have I know. I just refuse to accept that Ye from the he quiet, but I think he really in his grind mode now. You know what I'm saying? Because reality don't set in. I'm not saying he broke. I'm just saying reality don't set in. How he got to make his next move. He know it's got to be very, very strategic and important. I highly doubt he's going to come with any more off the wall stuff. And if it is, it's going to be in the greater of good. In my opinion, I feel like that's where we at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's where it's got to be. Melly Mel says if they cut him from Spotify, Ye about to end up looking sad for real. He can't live that lifestyle no more. I mean, I think Ye already been living. He's been looking the part already. No pun intended. And I don't know if it's just me, but every time we see him with all these, maybe he do it all in one day. But does it seem like he be wearing like same thing like every single day? And I know I'm room to talk because I'm like Jay. They're probably like Jay. You the same person that wear a white tee daily. Yeah, I'm guilty, but I switched to join up. So maybe he's doing that because I mean, obviously he probably had more than one fit. That kind of remind me of like the cartoons where they had the same outfit where they would take a shower, but they putting right the shit same color back on.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? I know that was kind of funny, you know, kind of random, but yeah. Breeze in the South says, yeah, his music hasn't really hit since My Dark Twisted Fantasy, in my opinion. I'll give you that. For me, it's Graduation, but I'll give you that one. That was a pretty decent album. Got a lot of respect. Melly Mel says, if Ye don't get right, it's the end game for him. Sad to say he was up now and he's in big down. Yeah, he's definitely he down, but he ain't out. Spanky says, I stopped fooling with Nike because of all the damn bots. Yeezy preached quantity because he didn't like resellers. Since Adidas are done with Ye, I guess I'm done with the sneaker game. LOL. I don't know. It's hard to leave, man. We gotta be patient. This honestly, I will say the sneaker game is at like we don't know what to do, so to speak. I mean, we still gonna go for our sneakers, but really we don't this I'm gonna be honest. We gotta say this. Every time Ye's made a major move in the sneaker community, it always puts the game on pause for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Not saying stuff ain't gonna come out, but us as a like true collectors, we're always like, man, we're wondering. we're wondering and we don't know the unknown. You know, we not that we fear, but we're just anticipating the unknown at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, where is his next move? Why isn't he saying anything? But I'm a firm believer in silence is golden. So I feel like Ye's gonna do. I'm not trying to support Ye and what he says, so that was messed up in my opinion. But I will say, I think his next move is gonna be. I don't think I can't see Ye going out, but he too motivated and determined and too and mostly self-inspired. You know what I'm saying? To go down like this. I can't. I don't want to ever see him go down like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not supporting what he said, but I'm just curious how he's gonna fix it and clean it up. Um, that's just my thing where I'm at with it. Melly Mel says all Ye had to do was finish his contract and shut up and chill, then make his own brand. I said that too, but I guess 2026 is when this is up, right? Guess that's a little too long for him. You know, his patience don't ran out, bro. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I agree. That's what I was on. I was like, man, just finish your deal and then do your own thing. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. You know, maybe he knew it wasn't going to end how he thought it was going to end. Um, Still walking away with nothing. So I guess he figured he might as well. And I don't know. This is a legend in my opinion. Maybe he's like, I ended now, ended later. I'm still, if I don't re-sign with these guys, you know, I'm still screwed. You know, because they still gonna sell the product without him. And at that point, they were like, "Well, it's still us. He left and went to another company, but it's still here. We can reproduce this and do whatever we want." You know, I don't know how that contract is read or what is all said, but he some of them got a hold of him where it's like, damn, I hate I did that one. You know what I'm saying? Breeze in the South says, wow, Spanky, you leaving the game. Man with a kick says the best way to have it. Got the shish emoji. Melly Mel says, don't bite the hand that feeds you. Everybody knows that. That's a facts. Facts from Breeze and Spanky says, yeah, Breeze. And Kwame says, the White Lives Matter stuff got me to sell a few dead stocks slides in my dead stock 700 V1s. Yeah, I mean, it was a bit much. I mean, Ye, I know he did it just to get out of his deals, but I think he just would. Honestly, I personally think he went overboard. Deacon says, Spanky says, are you uh let's see, are you John Alexander from Spanky? Okay, I know who that is, J.A. I check out his channel and watch his content as well, man. I watch all of this. Melly Mel says, man, it wasn't a choice. They had the guns, they knew how to make them. Who wants to die? Yeah, that was part. They had that's where it was at, but at the same time, I mean, just outthink it. But hell, they were scared. You know, you got to step up and face your fears, which some of them did. You know, Breathing this House says Deacon says J.A. was hurt the other day. Oh hell yeah, I watched that video, man. I felt, man, he gonna get it though. You know what I'm saying? Because he was all Yeezy based channel, and I still watch his content. You know, but I think he, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta adapt to your environment. And like I said, I don't think Ye is officially done. So you know what I'm saying? I know JA is just. I can tell he's a sneaker YouTuber who does mainly. He does a few Jordans and Nikes here and there, but he does mainly Yeezy everything. And he's like, yeah, you have to be. But he does that die hard audience though. You know, a Yeezy collector versus just like I only collect Yeezy versus hey, I go for a little bit. I dib and dabble. You know what I'm saying? Manny says Trump did worse and corporations didn't ban him. I mean, you see the difference though. Um, and I can agree with you that on Manny. Spanky says, "Hello, nah, man. I'm just been following this situation. It's living rent free in my head. Oh, that's everybody. We ain't got no choice. It's been posting every single day, whether you want to keep up with it or not. You finna know." Facts from Deacon of Reality says Breeze and Facts. Melly Mel says not thinking for the long run. They didn't know how to do certain things, didn't have access to the knowledge. If they get away, then who is gonna provide the seeds and animals? True. Remember, slavery wasn't a choice. I agree, it definitely wasn't. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know what the hell they were getting into, you know. But I get where I know what he was thinking, but hell, you still got to go down the rabbit hole of where all that stemmed from. Kwame says, choice, not the words I'd use. You can choose to be a slave or risk walking 1,000 miles if you manage to get past the slave catchers and the dogs. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you can fight it, but you are you gonna take that risk? You know, Harry Tubman, who helped free so many slaves, if you look at pictures of her, she didn't. She may have succeeded, but she got when she got caught lacking or somebody was holding her up, they beat her. You know what I'm saying? She just didn't give up because that just wasn't in her spirit. You know what I'm saying? I could, you know what I'm saying? She deserves a lot more credit than what she doesn't get. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I don't understand why they didn't put her on the dollar bill like they were supposed to, but whatever.
Cause a lot of people went in that mode like, yo, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And you know what I'm saying? It
But it
just
is broken, so fix it.
yeah, you're right. I say that all the time, man. I'm like, man, we really need to fix stuff here. You know what I'm saying? And we can take it down to Brittany, what is it, Brittany Grinder, her whole situation, um, where she being, 9 years for like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we got a lot. We should be, and I'm not saying us as a people, but I feel like the people that we have appointed over us, they should be riding harder for that situation to get her home. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. But it all depends on who it is. Um, let's see. Melly Mel says it was survival. Breezing herself said definitely survival. Melly Mel says you kill the slave owners, then what you gonna do next? Yeah, that's another thing you got to keep in mind because hell, they don't know. They were
Yeah,
brought over
it
to
was fucked up, but that was kind of who they trusted.
yeah, they had to trust because they don't know all the way. They're being brought over all the way from what they're normally used to something else, a whole totally different environment. You
They
know what I'm saying?
went from living free and do what they wanted to fucking picking cotton and working in fields in triple degree weather.
Yeah, and then they don't know who to trust. Like, think about it, they kill the slave owners, then we run into somebody else. Who the hell do we got to kill these guys too? What do we do? You know what I mean? Like, they don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's a lot. And I'm pretty sure they thought it back then. Was it translated the way we're giving it to it now? No. But you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's definitely one of those. It was we don't. It's one of those unsure moments. And then think about the people who did run away. They didn't know what they was running away to. They just wanted to get away from that situation. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I mean, they didn't know. You know what I'm saying? It just yeah. Let's see. Um, Let's see. Kwame says there's definitely a bunch of slave revolts that are over plantations. Melly Mel says, yeah, that didn't they did that, but you don't win the war. True. Jay Brooks says, oh dunks. Slavery was a system in place, not just a bunch of houses with slave owners and dogs. Even if the slaves all broke free, there was no system in place for them to support themselves. Yeah. Dunks. I know Dunks is on. That's just basically what we just got on. Yeah, even if you did all that, like what you about to do? You know what I'm saying? Jay
Yeah.
Brooks says they didn't even enact an amendment until 1968, 3 years after slavery. Wow. Manny Miller says not everybody wants to fight. That's like saying poverty is a choice. I'm some in some ways it's not. Yeah, it depends. You can't help what you're born into, you know. And some people's situation to get up out of poverty are a whole lot harder compared to what other somebody else considered poverty. You know what I'm saying? Definitely hard. You know what I'm saying? Um, let's see. Jay Book says people of color and women have always gotten rights after the fact. Semantic slavery, Melly Mel says. Kwame says, true, every plantation that revoked was destroyed quick. It was a brutal time of history, and not and nobody chose to stay a slave. Melly Mel says, I just can't agree with slavery being a choice. Manuel Kick says, got the praying for Rachel. Shoe Nation says, yo. Kwame says, yay, tripping. It started with him saying slavery was a choice. Then he went even further off the deep end. Yeah. Salutes from Shoe Nation, from Manny with the kicks. Yeah, Yay just, I don't know. The way he explains things just needs to be explained a little bit better, in my opinion. Let's see. Shoe Nation says, kind of regretting not getting the JFG's 993s, the Joe Fresh Goods, you mean? Shoe Nation says they dropped on his Insta. The pinks were exclusive to Insta only. Yeah, I heard about that. Kwame says the pink and the blue are fire. Shoe Nation says facts. Shoe Nation says all them nice, to be honest. Midnight Navy 4s got pushed back to the 29th. I did not know that. I did not know that. Appreciate that info. I didn't even catch that yet. Um, Victoria says all he has to do is open up a store in Paris or million and rest in history. The rest is history. Okay, that's all you got to do, huh? Manny with the kick says, pause, pause. My bad, man. Melly Mel says, once he got finished cracking his neck, pause. Yo, chill, man. Hey, you go to the chiropractor and you tell me how y'all feel after. If you go to a good one, gonna change your life. Pause, man.
Alright, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna kiss the man.
Hey, man, I'm just saying, like, you don't
You
understand.
get
You
it?
wait.
You say other way. I want to shake his hand. I want to give him a pound.
That's what we
Buy him a
did. You know,
beer.
he gave me the
It said
handshake
something
joint,
like
and
that. You got it.
he gave
Yeah.
me one of these and
Give him
pound
some
me, but
pounds. Yeah, man. Give him some pounds. You don't gotta be like, I want to kiss him.
hey, man, let
You
me
can buy that
live.
man a burger or something, man.
Hey, fuck that. I'm telling you, that's how
Yeah.
he made me feel. Kwame says Nike gonna have to load up some real fire before I shell out any money. I'm still bitter at them over the Canyon Forest. Dang, yeah, because I know you really wanted them joints. Dickens says Canyon Forest are so nice in hand, Kwame. Rub it in, Deacon. I'm just messing with you. Melly Mel says, I'm waiting for sneakers to drop some red Octobers. That'll be the day, bro. Laugh my ass off. All those shot drops. Come on. Kwame says, I bet they are, Deacon. I wanted the furry suede, but I don't feel like paying resale for them. Jones Fire. We got Victoria says, if you have been following Balenciaga since Donda won the bulldozer, let me check this out real quick. The bulldozer bot sold out because of Yay the boot. The bulldozer boot sold out because of Yay. The boots went from 1250 to 1800. This is the influence that can't be denied. Yeah, we definitely not going to take away from Ye's legacy, man. He definitely changed the game wherever he goes. So I think maybe a lot of that, all that coexists within that, man. Deacon says reality. Spanky says, yeah, he was sauced up. Breeze in the South says Jordan definitely gave uh, Prairie Uncle vibes till the days in my Dante Wilder voice to this
You
day.
talk about
Okay,
that the 25-year anniversary thing.
okay, I gotta check it out. Send me the link. Somebody send me the link later. Dunks, hit me with the link. Hit me with the link later. I gotta check it out because I know what you. I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about. I gotta
man.
check it
You're
out.
gonna be like, what the fuck is this man on?
Oh, he said
This
it was
motherfucker was
definitely
talking
turned.
shit to everybody. He was fucking running up, grabbing dudes by the waist and everything.
Wow, Kwame says, I get street legal dirt bike. It makes for fun adventures. 650cc will power wheelie without much effort. Oh, okay. So you do a wheelie without any effort. Okay. Um Victoria says those Spider-Man ones are horrible compared to what the Jordan 1 represents.
For sure.
I'm not a fan of them. I don't say they're horrible.
The Spider-Man ones. No,
I
they
think
did those right. Remember, me and you had that
I
conversation
think
about those, and
I
we
think
both were in agreement that we needed those.
I think they talking about the reverse joints though. When we brought up the reverse
Yeah,
joint,
I'm saying, yeah,
yeah.
they're horrible.
Breeding South says, manifesting my W on the Midnight Navy Fours this weekend. Kwame says, I hope you get that, Breezing. Yeah, I hope y'all catch your W's. Upcoming releases, and we're gonna close on up out of this thing. Been on the joint for 2 hours and 38 minutes, man. Y'all smash our like button. Appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love.
For sure, always.
Upcoming releases, man. So obviously we thinking, we talking about the Midnight Fours. They dope, but they not an OG, so I'm not really. I don't know. I'm on the fence. They're not an OG, so I ain't really tripping. Um, Other than that, right now I got another joint. Actually, I got two. Actually, technically tomorrow I got another video dropping for unboxing with you guys, but should have three new sneakers, including tomorrow's video coming up on some delayed W's. Dunks knows about two of them, of course. Um, and yeah, definitely that. I'm not gonna. I almost slipped it out because I can tell I'm a little litty. I almost told y'all exactly what it is, but y'all gotta wait. And but other than that, only thing I'm really waiting on is these lost and founds, man. I gotta figure out, is it really gonna be any room for everybody gonna get their pair or what? Anything you expecting for upcoming releases, Dunks?
Honestly, just the lost and founds, and like I've told you outside the live, only thing I'm really trying to honestly work on to get right now are those CPFM Vapor Maxes. I just gotta find it for the right price. I just don't feel I should be having to pay $700 for some Vapor Max. But that's just me. So if anybody has some Vapor Max they want to send
What's
dunks,
what's your what's
Christmas
your
is coming up.
what you trying to pay?
Man, I'll give them 300, 400, but I'm not giving them no 700.
What do they say? 550,
I still ain't trying to pay that.
500.
I mean, Cactus Plant Flea Market isn't that big,
Yeah,
so
obviously I'm gonna play what you play on me. Obviously, a person know that you want them, and they got something. They got something clear. They know that somebody want.
well, they can keep them.
Ah,
I'm not the type. I
any-
ain't the type that's gonna keep going back and forth with them playing price for price. I'm gonna tell you one thing: if you don't want it, then
that's
hey,
what my
guess and
dad.
let's
That's you like my dad, yo. He said he did that with a couple of things he purchased.
yeah,
He
man. I'm not
said
gonna say hey, play
he
back
said
and forth, fucking tag with you.
he told me, he said, yeah, I went up there. I know what they selling it for, but he said all I'm
Yeah,
gonna put out in cash. He would pull up in cash. He said, "This is all I got. Will this work?" I'm what the
yeah,
hell? I don't need it that damn bad then. You know, and it wasn't like he was lowballing hard, but it's like at the same time, it's like usually when people it make them think when they see the money, you know.
yeah.
Let's see. Victoria says the reverse ones hitting the face. Melly Mel says neck face SBS. Hopefully I hit them tonight. Okay, got you. Let's see. Breathing This Out says after the lost and founds, I'm done for the year. I mean, that's pretty much the closer, other than those 11s, the Memphis 11s, aka Cherry 11s. Mel says for the local skate shop. Breathing South says good luck, Melly. Run that man. Been on his joint 2 hours, 41 minutes. Let's close this joint out. Jay Brooks says the lost and found resale prices slowly. Those as the pair, more and more pairs come out, you might as well be patient until the official drop. The more and more pairs that come out, the lower and lower they're gonna go. You know what I'm saying? But they're also gonna be harder and harder to get. But I would still just kind of hold off from there. Mystery on Four says I'm on year 4, of course. Forgot about those. I'm my ear joints. Kwame says, I want the lost and founds, but retail only. That's how I feel. I pay some, but I ain't paying too much. 314 says, and when I leave, you know what to do. Of course, Mr. I'm my
Yeah,
ear.
don't play on that again.
Yeah, I ain't even the fall for that one, buddy. But anyway, man, let's go ahead and get up out of this thing. It's been definitely a fun one, definitely a good, consistent chat. 2 hours, 42 minutes. We will be back Saturday with another sold out podcast live. Y'all know how we do. I'm just curious if Ye's gonna be on said something or did something to grab somebody's attention by then. We got 2 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I guess technically 2 days and a half.
More than enough time.
More than enough time, but I know he making his I just think game thinking strategically, man. But anyway, man, if y'all like sneaker content, y'all in the right place. This is definitely sneaker related. Took it around the map a little bit this time, but of course, man, it's just a good, healthy conversation. Hopefully, we did not offend anybody because that's not our intentions. We just sharing
Never.
our thoughts and all coming together. You know what I'm saying? There's really no, like I told you with these lives, there's no right or wrong answers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here. As long as ain't nobody trying to disrespect nobody on purpose, we all gonna, do what we do. But we will be back Saturday with another sold out podcast, sold out live, with more sneaker content on the way. I'm Jeremy Jones. Y'all smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And I'm gonna let Dunks take us out.
Hey, in all seriousness though, this isn't a matter to be taken lightly. You should never pick on any other race or any other person, despite what's going on, despite what they do to you, despite what they do to other people, because consequences could be way more severe than just having your whole like having things in your life taken from you. You could get your life taken. So, let's just treat everybody fair, play the game how it's supposed to be played. He knew what he was getting into, going into the situations he went into. So don't try to spew the hate and the anger now, especially to a certain group of people when you know they hold the key to everything in your life. Just don't play with fire like that.
Facts.
So just play your part, do what you're supposed to do, and get out what you get out of it what you went in with, if not more.
Yes,
But
sir.
with that, you guys know me. I'm Dunks, fan favorite. I'm glad you guys rock with us. And like John said, we'll be back Saturday with more content. Maybe content Kanye will give us a little more to talk about, but for sure we will be back Saturday. And just have a safe rest of your day, safe rest of your week, and just enjoy life and stay safe.
Most definitely, man. And we're officially out this thing, man. Peace.
Peace.
I so shawty that we ride tonight. I might go and catch a vibe one time. Ooh, I saw those flashing lights. Need room, then we going out of space. The moon. I so shawty that we ride tonight. I might go and catch a vibe one time. Ooh, I saw those flashing lights. Need room, then we going out of space. The moon. I told her shawty we riding out. We caught a spark and we vibing out. Last time the stars ain't aligned. I told her this time let's try it out. I said, "A girl, what you crying about? We in the coop and we hiding out. There's plenty people that wish I'm dead. This one's for them, bro, I'm wildin' out." I took too much shit. Stepped up, dog, and I flipped that bird. Cause I'm mailman, I knew that shit. Never got too much drip. Never got too many hits. Took a little trip, then I came right back. Cause I'm dope and I blew right quick. Shawty that we ride tonight. I might go and catch a vibe one time. Ooh, I saw those flashing lights. Need room, then we going out of space. The moon. I so shawty that we ride tonight. I might go and catch a vibe one time. Ooh, I saw those flashing lights. Need room, then we going out of space. The moon. I so shawty that we ride tonight. I might go and catch a vibe one time. Ooh, I saw those flashing lights. Need room, then we going out of space. The moon. I so shawty that we ride tonight. I might go and catch a vibe one time. Ooh, I saw those flashing lights. Need room, then we going out of space. The moon. I told her shawty we riding out. We caught a spark and we vibing out. Last time the stars ain't aligned. I told her this time let's try it out. I said, "A girl, what you crying about? We in the coop and we hiding out. There's plenty people that wish I'm dead. This one's for them, bro, I'm wildin' out." I took too much shit. Stepped up, dog, and I flipped that bird. Cause I'm mailman, I knew that shit. Never got too much drip. Never got too many hits. Took a little trip, then I came right back. Cause I'm dope and I blew right quick. Shawty that we ride tonight. I might go and catch a vibe one time. Ooh, I saw those flashing lights. Need room, then we going out of space. The moon.